If you wanna save me, if you wanna save me, if you wanna save me, yeah. If you wanna save me, yeah. If you wanna save me, I think I should better run, because that's the end before it began. If you wanna, if you wanna, if you wanna save me, I should better If you wanna save me, if you wanna save me, if you wanna save me, yeah. If you wanna save me, yeah. If you wanna save me, I think I should better run, because that's the end before it began. If you wanna, if you wanna, if you wanna save me, I should better.
Bring it back. Bring it back, 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 back. They bring it back. They bring it back. They bring it back. Bring it back. They bring it back. Bring it back. Back. They bring it back. Bring it back. They bring it back. Bring it back, 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 bring it back, they bring it back. Bring it back, they bring it back. Bring it back. Back, they bring it back. Bring it back. They bring it back. my dreams.
Already a little bit of positioning for this one. Vika will be on the flank, finds the first one, but has he stopped this push enough? The rest of the players are starting to get through. As that B-tick slowly but surely will reach his destination.
And staying alive here for Vikal is crucial. We'll find a second over towards the bar side. Yes, Seattle may be putting time up, but he is the nail in the side of them. Potentially three, can't find the fourth. But is that going to set up the rest of the team to maybe come and clean something up here? Brack will be able to find one, but that B-tick is still coming through here, Brycey. Fellows in a position to maybe do something about it. Here come the nades, but damage already done at B for Seattle.
Fred's wondering whether or not he should just finish that second tick. His teammates have fallen, they're still falling. Trying to find the first.
God.
He won't! Gun by Viko. And that second tick has not come in for Seattle. 50 seconds left on the clock. And they are pinned back into the spawn.
And that's a very typical play that you see on Control. You get the carrot dangled over towards the harder point. You have some options, you find some kills, you get some control. And then when you don't get it, you all of a sudden don't have a lot of time to go over towards the typically easier A point. Good shots coming in from Viko, starting off 5-1. Bigger slaying performance than we really have seen from him typically. Sib will find another kill over towards B. There's that carrot being dangled once more.
Well, carrot dangled and swallowed because they're actually onto both points. B's rocking up, A's rocking up. Florida not in a position really to challenge either at the moment. Vika is going to have to come back because they're going towards A.
Oh,
and
that's
he will
tough.
catch a nade to the face and down he goes. Florida get the rest over, somehow still alive. Sib looking to get B with 24 seconds on the clock. Seattle Surge are here in numbers. This should be done.
Yeah, because Florida push out over towards the A side so strongly. Seattle Surge have a free spawn and a free walk-up field. There's B eventually secured. I want to say I really actually feel for Vikal there. That's just a nade to slow down Vikal's inevitable push that's going to come through. The nade then lands on his forehead. He still finds a kill, and they will find that A break. But a tough break from Vikal, who's having a good map so far. 6-2. Now Bracken Cove had time to set up over towards this A side. It is not an easy break. Seattle still with work to do.
And that's a full wipe. They're going to push them back once again. They may have given them B, but they will not allow them anywhere near A. Do they have the time and the positioning? Probably two more pushes here for Seattle Surge. They're looking to find a break, a gap into it as well, but down they fall as Capsule's pushed up, so is Vikal. They are farming them off the spawn.
Vikal's just been a complete menace in bar. And Pred is a player we talked about who may well be that one that causes those issues. Right now he's causing issues for Surge by the fact that he's 2-7, hasn't been able to get anything going. This has been a really good defensive round from Florida, and especially a good one from Vikal. He's going to end it 11-3 or so as Capsule will be able to lock this in. There's only 2 players left from Surge. No hope, no prayer in this one. Florida Mutineers going to be 1 to the good. After just a really good SMG performance from Capsule and Vikal. 12-6 and 11-3 respectively. They've just pushed Seattle Surge back as far as they possibly can do. No hope at all of getting control of it.
Yeah, a little bit flat from Seattle is probably the best way to put it. There was no big pushes from them. There was no big kill feed moments. They got into B because of the spawn and then nothing. And that is full credit to Florida, by the way. Capsule and Vikal went to work. They stayed alive. They got the streaks in. And they just kept making sure they couldn't hit them with numbers.
It's just that perfect defensive run from the SMGs, in all honesty. When Vico's pushed up, Capsule's in a position to then hold down in different areas. But Vico just played his life so wonderfully at every single stage. Beautiful plays out of the Spaniard. Can he keep this up, though? Attack is a very different beast. Seattle Surge need to try and lock this one in. And I think you're right. It was still a little bit flat for them, but still well played by Florida.
Well, you are right, though. Doing it on defense is one, doing it on offense is another. Capsule looking to make a move. The dead silence has popped the super level, but it's Sib who calls it perfectly as well. Will not let him get any more damage done. Vico now going to do the same thing. I think he's been hurt as well, and Sib says, all right, you can keep running up these stairs, and I'll keep knocking you back down.
I mean, it's just very readable, isn't it? Good awareness from Sib still. And now this is a difficult position for Florida Mutineers because you're being pushed back. You haven't found those kills over towards that B side. We'll have to default back over towards A, but look at the positioning from Surge. They're going to hit you from a couple of different angles when you do find your way over.
There's Vico into it as well. Looks for the gunfight with Pred. Puts two in him. And Pred will have to back off. Caps are even looking for the trade as well. Florida now on this point with 34 seconds left. They're trying to get reinforcements over here as well. Brack identifies the flank. Vico staying alive with that second tick, and Seattle Surge may jump this at the last second.
Second tick is in. The third may well follow. Great reads coming in from Vico again. Big brain plays. Honestly, he's been so impressive in this map so far. If you told me that Pred be backing down from a fight against Vico in this game, I'd have called you crazy. Eventually, he's going to get gun. That's not a favorable gunfight. 13-5. Pred eventually heating up in this game. Has found a fire spree, as that A capture did still come through for Florida Mutineers. You will want to continue it. A 6 who will get him. A hold of that cruise missile, and here it comes. There you go. Pred eventually on the board, eventually online in this game. Slow it to turn up, but turn up indeed. 6 in a row. Can he make it more?
So taking down Brack is huge as well. It gives them full map control. Mac has to be dug out at the same time. Pred looking for players in the spawn, and he's going to find an easy one on phone. No! Doesn't have a gun out. Will eventually just get wall banged. But they still have to find Mac. Eventually they will do. Brack will take him down. 48 seconds left on the clock here. The Florida Mutineers are looking to move forward as both teams are up.
That's your first job done if you're Florida. Clear out your spawn. Now you're going to push forward and find those Seattle players in and around the site. Accuracy will, of course, be playing slow and methodical, waiting on the push to come through. Sip with an important kill over towards the backside as well. Florida seem to be waiting on something, but you've got to move. 25 seconds.
Yeah, Florida playing this glacially slow. Vico will find a kill now. This has to be the catalyst for him. They are burning time down every single second. There will not be a second push. And accuracy still up here, still waiting. Finds Vico, going for the door, has to back up at the same time as well. 8 seconds left to go, and Florida have left everything to the wind. They have not put pressure on Seattle at any point into this one. One last opportunity, 1.8 seconds. Pred's going to come flying through as well. Now takes them down, and that is done. Seattle Surge, there was 2 pushes there potentially. It looked like they were waiting for the kills, and Seattle were like, all right, well, we'll wait 2 then.
I wonder if they're just waiting for Seattle to make a mistake, waiting for a pick to try and find your push through, but yeah, you're very right. I mean, they just waited far too long. It's one of those moments, Seattle are like, okay, well, cool. Yeah, okay, you found the kills. That we've been pushing up players up towards bar, pushing up towards blue. That's where you know, we're going to try and cause havoc. But as soon as they get pushed back, they just sit tight. And Florida Mutineers do the same. It's a strange one.
The only thing I can think is that realistically, Florida Mutineers were waiting for Seattle to get aggressive. Maybe hoping to catch somebody going for that flank or being aggressive and going for that map control, but they really didn't find it. Vico finds 2 off the rip on the defense here, but it is a game of 2 halves.
Just the constant aggression from these SMGs. Vico is having a hell of a game at 18-7. Oh, fella's going to get caught out here, though, as Sip does start to heat things up here as well. Typically not a good map for the young Slayer, but 14-10, not too bad. We'll need to continue this form if Seattle want to find this game. Get some terrible timing. Brackencoat can now push back over towards A. Contested at this moment in time. Mac, the last one alive, should be dealt with. Eventually is. Florida, hold on for now.
It looks like a similar time to last time. Seattle Surge spawning up towards B. They're going to be there in numbers as well. Sib overextending, looking for the players coming off for that respawn as well. Finds one. Pred will find another. And now there should be pretty plain sailing. Vehicle, the key player here for the Florida Mutineers, as he looks to try and find any player he can to allow his teammates to reinforce.
And Florida may well have one stab at this and then find themselves defending A once again, but this time around it's going to have to be for a lot longer. That kill from Capsule, though, is maybe going to tempt them to try and find a push here, but 2 kills in for Seattle. This should be it now. Capsule may well find one, and needs to be a hero play here. Bryce, not going to happen, but he will be locked in. Good play from Seattle. Florida Mutineers never able to stagger Seattle in that stage, never able to find a breakthrough. Seattle Surge now complete control of this side of the map. If you're Florida Mutineers, you've got to get over to here. You've got to batten down the hatches. Big kill coming in from Fellow. Pred will find one. A small glimmer of hope. Yeah, this is massive.
So big. Capsule tries to take for his life. Mag looking for the players as well. Vehicle's going to blow the car up on him, but he still finds the kill and he's alive. An income with Pred with the missile. They're trying to just get them back at every single point. Brack falls off the radio tower. Pred now surging forward as Seattle Surge. They smell blood in the water.
Pred ran from behind. Finds that push through. Florida have never been able to finally get themselves in a good position to defend this. Now they've got to sprint and now they've got to move. Seattle Surge here defending the point. They're capturing the point. 1 tick left to go.
And Florida thought they might have had something here. They start off on the defense, but they do eventually get the clear ton. Actually, the only one left alive at radio tower. Everybody look at him. He still finds a kill in the vehicle. He knows more pressure is just piling onto him as well. But 1 tick stands between Seattle Surge and a victory on the attack.
Big kill. That's a big kill. Sip falling towards that side will now allow Florida to properly set themselves up over towards A. It takes 1 good push them from Seattle, but from this position, it's sometimes very difficult. Mac will find Capsule, so that player behind you that's typically always been there is not there to be worried about. Fika will be felled as well. 3 players from Florida on the map right now. The crucial one is Brack. He must stay alive for Florida.
You see Pred trying to put pressure on. Actually finds 2. Pred's going for it at the same time. Only 1 player left. Brack is going to go down, and that's Seattle Surge with the attack. Twice Florida Mutineers have given up B completely. And only 1 time it's worked for them. Can they now find an attack ton?
And what's difficult for Florida is when they're getting those SMGs into that bar side, when they are being able to have that pressure over towards the Seattle spawn, they're finding a lot of success. Of course, it is a crucial component of control. You need to be having those players to cause that chaos, to flank from behind when some pressure comes in on the defensive side of things. But when they haven't got that, they don't seem to have a lot else. Vehicle is falling off a precipice in terms of the KD. He was flying at one stage, still doing well, but had a bad run there. Seattle Surge is smelling blood in the water now. Can they hold their defense to find another lead? My goodness, if Pred is flying like this, he was 2-7 or something. Now 20-14.
He has flicked the switch, and it is a horrifying prospect for anybody in the league. Florida will try and make their way up this map again. The call must come in, A or B. At the moment, they're going to get some bodies underway, as Mag will continue to deflect any pressure towards B as well. This may be a settle. Get A and then work from there.
Accuracy over towards the tower side, waiting for the rest of the team to find a push over towards A. Mac is happy to... What?
Knife meets gun. Knife wins.
Oh.
And Vehicle finds 2 on the point as well. Florida Mutineers, they have the advantage in the lives. They have the advantage now of having it onto A. You can already see Seattle Surge do not want this. They are going to go to B. They are going to defend it for 2 minutes.
And the thing is with that pressure that Mac was trying to put on before Capsule chefed him on, that spawns them over towards the A side, which is what Florida were finding a lot of success on. They do get a hold of that, but it keeps them away from B crucially. So if they then push over towards A and Seattle find a couple of kills, it's not going to spawn them over towards B. It's not going to be a free route up. But now they have complete field control. Vehicle at the spearhead of this Florida team. They need this attacking run. They've got some good presence over towards B. Just need to stay alive, take your time, keep finding these kills. When you find a decent wipe, jump on the point.
Well, last time Florida was slow. This time they have the time to put that strategy through its paces. Clock stopped. Vehicle waiting to see who makes a mistake. Nobody on the minimap. We can see it actually already finds Fellow. Mac gets Brack. And Vehicle is just waiting for the perfect opportunity to strike. But he has to wait even longer now. Nobody is going to be here for a trade or anything.
I think what he's hoping is that he'll find this kill, and that will bait Seattle to like, okay, well, we need to find him. We need to do something about this, but they haven't come hunting at all. Mac will fall after starting to try to be aggressive himself, so maybe a misstep from Surge here. There's a slight creak in that door for Florida to potentially walk through now.
Vehicle also going to go down just off the cruise missile.
Oh, big
Mac
kills.
gets Capsule. And 1 minute still left in this game. It is all to play for. The lives are tied up. Brack's going to find accuracy, but not the gunfight. And Florida, every time you think they get a bit of map control, they do not find the kills they need.
It's so tough because they keep getting presented situations that may lead to something happening over towards B, and Seattle shut it down with clutch kills every single time. It was accuracy before, it was Mac after. And now that minute and 30 you had is cut down to just 30 seconds. Vika will find Sib though. Mac will find one onto Brack, will slow that down, but again, Seattle Surge in the same position they were on their defensive round last time. Florida couldn't find an opening. They must find one now.
The time is ticking, and they have to find it. Vikal is on the flank. He is looking for players. He needs to find every single one. Vikal, there's the first. He finds Sib. Knows there's going to be another one up here. He finds Mac as well.
Where's everyone else?
Open. Can they walk through? Accuracy finds two. Pred finds a third. Nothing comes of it as well. And a dive, but a loss. And the control goes to Seattle Surge. Florida looked better, but Seattle Surge said, hey, Respawn's our game. We'll see you in the next one.
Oh, that's really tough. Florida Mutineers in that game, it just felt like they were waiting for the perfect moment at every single stage on these attacks. Sometimes you gotta take a risk. Vika was flanking behind, finding those kills, and quite often was alive in places that Seattle do not want him in. But he needs the backup. He finds two and finds a lot of actual Seattle players turning around to have to deal with him in that stage. But the rest of the Mutineers are not there. They're not ready for that push. It felt so strange because, to be honest, I felt like Florida played some really good stuff and then just didn't. It was weird. It was like the build-up was good. You'd clear out your spawn. Okay, we got field control. We got Vigil in a good position. Now let's execute. And they never did. It was a very, very strange attacking scenario from Florida on a multiple of occasions. Vigil had a decent map, but ultimately Seattle Surge, they just play that slowly. They let Florida come towards them. And they don't bat an eyelid.
I think there were a couple of issues there for Florida. I think Fellow and Brack weren't really winning the gunfights they needed to. Capsule and Vikal couldn't put the pressure on because they were just never in a position or supported where they could get mixing. Yeah. And you kept seeing them wait. They're like, all right, we're ready. Somebody win a gunfight and we can go. And they couldn't. They just couldn't get anywhere. And I even think Seattle Surge actually started to play out another tack for that in the end, and they were just all posted up.
Yeah, Accuracy and Seb had a really good time over towards that B side, specifically Accuracy. If I'm honest, he found a couple of really clutch kills on that B side. It was just a really nice attacking round that kind of solidified the game for Seattle as well. This was nice from Mac, find himself in these positions. And then all of a sudden, you're in a perfect spot over towards A. And yeah, Florida just maybe didn't respect the B pushes enough that were coming through from Seattle, which was quite often. Eventually, it does get a hold of it over towards that attacking side, which allowed that A push to then happen. And again, look, we found some good moments from Florida. At this stage, I mean, you've got to be sprinting towards the point. You can see already the kind of push in the alley, but Accuracy and Pred finding important kills. For all that Vigil's finding in the spawn, so is Pred, so is Mac for the side of Seattle. Hard to get those reinforcements there. Brycey, if they're already dead, in the end, clean from Seattle.
I think one of the most telling thing there is realistically, this will give you an idea of why we're probably calling it slow. There were a lot of kills left on the board there for Florida. Like a lot of kills left there. Even with 2 minutes to trying to get to B, they didn't use all the lives. They just weren't able to get the pressure onto the map. And after 4 rounds, maybe an adjustment was needed, because now they'll have to do it in an embassy hardpoint.
Yeah, I mean, look, we can give them the benefit of the doubt, of course. Vehicle coming in for the first time in a couple of months in terms of the CDL. Of course, he's been chipping away in challenges, but I think you can give them the benefit of the doubt there. Maybe a couple of calls aren't quite what they would be. I mean, the slaying was there from Vehicle, and that's something that he always really has been judged on. However, you know, his playmaking abilities are definitely there. Not able to get things really going there, and I think he'll be really disappointed because he can put up a map like that. You ask Florida Mutineers, if Vehicle can put up those kind of numbers, majority of the time you're feeling good about it. You're feeling good about a map win. But that's a tough one to take, because honestly, he played the defensive round. It's great. But as soon as he wasn't finding himself in those positions, it was Florida that were collapsing on the defensive side. But he was finding himself in those attacking positions again. But the rest of Florida not able to help him out. So a tough one. But heading into Embassy, I think you're very right. Looking towards the stats on this one, we'll delve in just a second. But the baseline is Seattle said 8-5, Florida 2-7. Hardpoint has been a struggle for Florida Mutineers typically. it's very, very difficult to see a route out for the side of Florida Mutineers, and I think they've been disappointed because they know that was probably winnable.
Yeah, we'll say this though, right? Let's go to silver linings. Let's go to the positives.
Oh, come on.
Seattle, full regain from them, right? Not a great first attacking round. They regained, they made some adjustments, and they figured out what Florida were doing. Florida, on both respawns, have looked okay, right? In that first hard point, they made the comeback, and they started getting mixy. They could have done something in the control as well. Some of those rounds could have gone the other way, and they looked good on the S&D. For Seattle Surge, it has not been a dominant victory in the respawns, and that's maybe the biggest question coming into this was, can Florida do anything against the Seattle team? Well, as we go into this next hard point, I'm not fully confident that either team is going to blow this one out of the water, which does mean it could be a close game and it could be glorious.
Well, that's what you want. Our 800th game in the CDL officially. It's a lot of games, Pricey. I still don't think you rank in the top 800th of haircuts in the community, to be honest with you.
Wow, that is just a cheap shot at the worst possible time. Anyway, let's go into this hard point and find out what goes on.
Throwing you off, have I?
Trying to be a new codcaster as well, apparently, but we're going to see as both teams obviously dance around position for P1.
Just had to get that one in there. I had to land up a little bit. You know, I don't know how much more time we've got in this series considering Florida's record on this map specifically. But I mean, the silver lining, if you want to talk about them, they beat Atlanta last time out on this one. It's 250-183. Atlanta, of course, are not necessarily at the highest of standards of half-point teams, albeit with the tiny terrors involved, anything is possible, as well as that shot from Brack onto accuracy. 8 points over towards P1 is not something too bad, but Seattle Surge will still be feeling confident. P2 in their hands right now.
We have it, Mac looking for the first kill. No, it's going to be here as well. Pred combining, actually getting the third. That's about as clean of a P2 setup as you are likely to get. They've already got Pred watching ambulance, making sure that if they push that direction, he can cut them down. It's already going to find vehicle. Florida Mutineers some distance away. Can they make this cohesive? Can they make it good enough? Predator's already going hunting as well. Look at him. He's flying out towards that mini-map, actually holding the back at the same time. And at the moment, Florida Mutineers, they can't even see P2. They don't even know where it is.
Yeah, I mean, Seattle can just sit pretty back here because you got Pretty Boy Pred running around Laundry, man. It's just such a difficult push. He could be anywhere if you're Florida Mutineers at this stage. Eventually, Vigo will deal with him. Now we can start thinking about a push over towards it with 30 seconds. But bled over towards Seattle now. 3 players up from Florida Mutineers over towards the parking side. Now Pred can start extending over towards that side once again to just try and cause issue. Wonderful hold from Seattle so far. They're getting so good pretty much every single second here.
And now for Florida, the rotation and the hold. Daunting prospect when Pred is playing this well, but he's looking for that last player. That player does happen. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Regardless, Pred wins the gunfight. And Florida have the position. He cannot do this alone. The rest of the Seattle Surge moving into position.
Big kill from Brock actually onto Mac on that opposite side. It would have been a horrible pinch for Florida to try and deal with. They will start spawning over towards the PD side with parking lot there for Seattle. Now the push is going to have to kind of be linear from Seattle Surge now over towards the top side. Accuracy will find one, but here comes Pred. Not so linear here. The pinch is set up. Wonderful break from Seattle again. A couple of different angles. You find the push where you need to from the front foot, from the side. Wonderful work from Seattle. They're blowing Florida away right now.
And a lot of it just the fact they cannot deal with Pred as he finds another kill. And finds another kill! 11 and 2, 5 streak. Maybe he'll get his streak this time around. Another one, Chow, but Capsule will take him down. That's the second time in a 5 streak he's gone. And Capsule will take this scrap time. Florida have this rotation. A better look for them.
It's kind of questioning that push from Capsule, to be honest with you, because it might actually start messing with the spawns just a little bit. Looking like the hold is going to come in here from Florida, but he got a read on accuracy. Yes, you do, but Pred is the first one there from Seattle. Needs some backup though, Bryce. Or does he?
Not at the moment. Florida still holding on by the fingertips. Just making sure they get these trades going through. Now they're in a good position. Capsule will get another one. And finally, a little bit of a breath where they can just make sure that nothing else comes through them as Capsule finds his second. Seattle Surge are filing through the corridors. It is not an easy push for them.
Florida set up. Can Seattle find a way through? Civ will be able to find the first. Can they stagger it? Can they find the flip? No, they cannot. My God. They can just get punished massively. And all of a sudden now Florida, for all that P2 and P3 was so well played from Seattle. It's early days. You can find these kills and find that decent hold. A very good hold actually over towards P3. Before I should say, now it's about the rotation over towards the kitchen side. I haven't been able to find much luck here, but Fellow on a 4 spree has the rest of his team on their way. Florida Mutineers with a lead, Bryce.
This is what we wanted. Back and forth, these two teams putting everything on the line for us as well. Fellow can't chow right now because he knows he hasn't got a trade for him. So if he jumps in, he'll just be selling his life. He's waiting for the reinforcements to flood through Laundry. And here they come, the rest of the Florida Mutineers trying to get into this point as well. But Seattle Surge win the first 2. They do not win the next 3. And Vehicle goes to work with 3 himself. It is a break for Florida Mutineers. And Fellow looks for the players off the respawn as well. Snakes but breaks. And we go to P1, and I don't know who's going to be in the lead or who's going to win it.
That's a big vamos in the player cams coming out from Vehicle. Finds the kills, and you know what? Fellow plays it slowly. He has to. Finds a couple of shots and just a little bit of a distraction, and ultimately that's what finds the break from Mutineers. Vehicle is there to find the 3, but it's cleanup crew that gets it done. Capsule now setting himself up. This is another 5 seconds or so that are going to go over towards Florida Mutineers, and after a rotation of hills, it is Mutineers in the lead. Big kill from Fellow as well. That's top PD control. You can soak some P1 time now.
Well, they've just lost it, so all the guns are going to be aiming at that window. Those going to be up there. Brack has his back. Mac will attack, and P1 goes back into neutral. It can be difficult sometimes to soak time on this one, as both teams just look for that positioning before they commit to it. As you know, it's an easy kind of kill for anybody overlooking.
Brack will get him off at accuracy on Overwatch, as per usual, as you mentioned. I'm not sure what Capsule is even pushing that, to be honest with you. You got to start thinking about P2. Vehicle finding the kill up top PD. It's pretty much a free one in the back of accuracy every single time, but it's free time at P1 for Seattle for the majority of that one. 15 seconds to go, and speaking of free time, that will go to Florida as well. A lot of pressure, a lot more pressure actually with Brack in that position. They have actually forced Seattle to be back towards that PD side, so it's not as bad for Florida as it was in that first initial rotation of hills. A potential break is more on the cards than it was last time when Pred was able to run amok.
And they're trying to hold as well, Sib towards the back here. See, there is a spawn out for them. Accuracy is going to be all the way around. They've got to make sure that Florida get in first before that pitch comes through, but Florida cannot get the gunfights they need. Accuracy is going to find Brack. That's exactly what we thought would happen. And Seattle Surge are doing a great job on P2 again. Vehicle eventually breaks it, but again, the trades. It's better positioning from Seattle, but it doesn't matter as the trades keep flying through eventually.
Whoa.
Florida find their way in.
A couple of questionable gunfights there. Capsule with the second one, and accuracy absurd. And now Pred has to try and break this open on his own for this. Scrap time may well be able to, not this time though. The spawn over towards the parking lot. Florida are actually already over towards the P3 side. Big kill from Sib. It's going to be a Vehicle to maybe do something over towards P3. Staying alive as Pred finds his way over. That scrap time is going to go Florida's way. Crucial kill coming in from Pred. More pressure though.
And Capsule with a little bit of timing and a lot of luck. But he will have to stay alive here. No trophy for him, and many players are
challenge.
Capsule. You take that gunfight. Eventually does win it, but the rest of the guns and the nades will fly through, and he does fall. Vehicle going for his own chow around the corner. There's the need to. The nade at the same time looks for another one. He will eventually fall as nades, guns, bombs, and trophies rain upon this hill from both teams.
It's so mixy. Neither team able to get ultimate control, but that might well be it for Florida Mutineers now. It's a 40-point lead. It's 30 seconds at P3 that are on offer. Fight's going to go on over towards P4. That Pred will win. So potential pinch to be set up now as Pred will start firing on shots over from PD side. The rest of the Seattle Surge, it's kind of getting to that stage where you need to challenge for this, and they will do so. Fellow will be able to just about slow this one down. It's going to be about this rotation. Big kills from Seattle, though. That's 13 or so seconds that will go their way. They have some presence over towards PD. You cannot let Florida do what they do last time. It was a perfect 60. It's not going to happen this time. Seattle are here.
Oh, well, you say that they're here, they're gone. And this is disastrous. Last time, Seattle Surge could not find a way through the door. They'll be preying on this man. Mac is the man on the pinch. Flies through. Sid will get one as well at the same time as they just continue.
What?
Bang! All the way through it, and Fecal falls at the same time. Seattle with a perfect break, and they needed it.
How has Mac found those 2 kills? Both absolutely absurd. The perfect break, as you say. 35 seconds now left. 3 players inside the hill for Seattle Surge, locking this one down. There's quite a lot of doors to watch, and which way are Florida going to come through? Pred will find the first on the Vehicle, but the sound cue is going to be there for Sib. Capsule will find one. Mac answers back, and it's the trades that are falling Seattle's way. Accuracy with 2. That's 20 seconds remaining. It won't quite have them within touching distance of Florida, but they're going to be mightily close by the time we head over towards Kitchen again. Accuracy with 2 on the rotation as well. This is disaster for Florida.
Absolute beamers. And Mac has really turned up in this last couple of hills. He's on a 6 streak himself. He's already in the door. They're on the rotation. Mac attack again as Vehicle falls like weed before the side. And another one for Mac. And he continues to go on this streak. And what thought Florida had it has fallen to ruins.
Oh, Capsule. You've got to make that kill. Maybe there's something on the cards if you can do, but it's a Mac 9 spree. That is breaking the backs of Florida Mutineers right now. 35 seconds left to go. Florida are nowhere near this hill. Seattle, crucially, for Florida, actually cannot win here. Pred's on a 5 spree. Mac on a 9 spree. Just continues for Seattle. Fellow's the only one who can slow it down. Mac looking for the 10th. Seattle with a 30-point lead. There's number 10.
It has been a reversal of fortune. Seattle Surge within a stone's throw now of winning this. They can bleed P1. They do not have to worry about P2 if they don't want to, because at the moment Florida are finding nothing. And here we go, 11 seconds for Seattle Surge.
Just a perfect transition from P5 all the way over to P1 is needed here from Florida Mutineers. It was just so well played from PD to Kitchen from Seattle. And you're right, they can just bleed this P1 time. Mac's going to call in the streak. I don't know if you even need to at this stage, but it just keeps Florida off. Seattle may be thinking about positioning more than bleeding that time over towards P1 right now. 30 seconds left to go before things get a little bit crazy over towards P2. Florida, you need to be perfect.
And they're just going for a vehicle, though, in a good position. He knows he's going to have to fight this up the top as well. Mac will eventually take him down. And any second that gets ticked in here for Seattle Surge is incredible. They are now 8 seconds away. They're going to be playing for P2 as well, but Capsule finds a big gunfight for it as well. Breaking again to that last point. Vehicle will win another huge gunfight. Actually versus Capsule could be for all the beans. They need to make sure they do not get locked out of P2. And the nade has fallen. The cruise missile will come in as both teams start to panic.
Oh, Pred was on the flank here, but he's going to be dealt with Vehicle. Sip falls inside the point. This is a lovely break coming in from Florida. It was a spawn over towards the parking side. Now it's Vehicle left alone. He finds the kill. Both teams can still win it here over towards P2, but right now it is Florida Mutineers in the driving spot in terms of locking this hill down. Can they continue to do so?
Well, here we go. Seattle Surge looking for it. Prey will find the first. Well, actually, you'll find the second. Capsule on back onto back, though. Both teams make sure they cannot get onto the point. Mac looking to dive into it with 7 seconds. Brack will gun him before he can do anything more. And the biggest thing of this is it cannot be won by Florida Mutineers on P2. They will have to get this time, and they will have to rotate. But 7 seconds again for Seattle Surge.
Seattle Surge, though, are giving a lot of time over towards Florida Mutineers. They're giving them a lot of time to set up for this break. But the break needs to be perfect. It only takes 7 seconds from Seattle to do something about this and end this series. The kills have fallen through, but that's a big one from Fellow. Spawning from Pred over towards PD side. Seattle Surge do not have numbers yet.
They don't, and actually is fighting at the top as well. There's a fight. Brack has got through. He found a tiny gap, but he's outnumbered. He's almost going to be outgunned as well. He finds one. He has to turn and burn, but Pred will get him, and that's going to be it. There's no way for the back end of this, surely, and the time ticks over. 7 seconds again. Seattle Surge walk away with a hard point, and Florida find nothing but regret, despair, and maybe the opportunity to fight another day, because they looked good today, but not good enough.
That's a tough one. A really tough one. Florida Mutineers pretty much in the driving seat in a couple of these maps that they just ultimately do not come away with the win. Seattle Surge, honestly, it's about that P4 to P5, the Mac 10 spree, the Pred 6 spree, which just puts them in such a commanding position. From then on out, Florida Mutineers played it well, but they had to be pretty much perfect. And it's just so difficult against a side like Seattle to do that. A couple of funky little moments towards that last hill that maybe we found a potential route in for Florida, but they couldn't close it out. Accuracy with a couple of clutch kills, and a lot of them in that map specifically. 31 and 26 from him, but it's the 38 bomb from Pred.
One set of kills on that P4 when they get broken, and they just straight up win the game. They fucking...
3 minutes 19 from Mac.
Ah, man, it's just so tough, bro. Literally one wave.
And if you are Florida, you had that game in the palm of your hand. but Seattle Surge showed us why they can hit another gear. I already don't know what to say. Mac popped off. The hill time was impressive. The streak was even bigger.
I think if you could say anything about it, it's to take.
Nobody asked for a pizza rating?
Map number
How
1.
is it?
P2 to P3, you were great. If you could tighten up on some of the other hills, then all of a sudden you're looking at maybe a potentially different game. It's a 50-point hardpoint game. S&D, brilliant. Control,
Like a
you had
6.
your moments where you could have won
A
the
6?
game there.
Yeah.
Map number 4, the same story. The potential.
When
was
I first
definitely
saw
there
it, it
for
looked
Warrior.
okay.
If we can build on this, maybe there's something there, but ultimately couldn't close it out.
No, they
more
certainly
bites,
could
I'll get
not.
some
And
jalapeno
let's
in.
throw it over now to our wonderful desk to break down everything we've just seen.
$10,000 going.
Oh, yeah, that's 10 grand.
Victory. Great to see her for the surge.
Yo,
To be
Chad,
honest,
I've
though,
been growing
Florida,
out the beard.
Florida looked good in that series.
No, they did.
Very, very
They
charitable.
fought. A couple
Talk
mistakes.
about the surge squad and what
That's
they
an,
pulled
I mean,
off
that
in
picture's all right.
final game. I was getting
Not
nervous
good.
for a moment. It looked like Vickle and this Florida team were gonna
They
have a
fought, but-
comeback, but then they were able
I'm
to
doing legs
slam
and
the
shoulders
door
tonight.
shut.
Well, I'll work it off. Don't worry.
3:19 on the clock for Mac though. Is that a season record?
It has to be.
It has to be. It might be. And I mean, it's not the fact.
It's
that
just always,
the
it's
kill time
always,
is even
it's always
surprising for
frustrating when a
Mac at
team
all,
looks
because
like they're
typically
right there
it's
and then
always
like
that
they
OBJ
just throw
play
it.
when it comes to Seattle
Appreciate
Surge,
you,
but the
Dean.
fact
It's
that
just fucking
he not only
frustrating, bro.
surpasses 3 minutes,
Don't
but
waste
it's
food, guys.
26
Already
minutes.
ahead.
Because they were right there.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a couple key moments in this embassy that were just beautiful on the side of Seattle Surge. On that, P4 hill, they get
Giveaway?
inside
Yeah, we'll
and
do a
they
giveaway
break it and they get
after
all that
the
time. And then on
after
rotation,
the
Mac
interview
can
and shit like that. We
actually
should have a
go all the way
5-minute
around the
break.
street, and accuracy finds 2 kills to get them the entry to get kitchen control, and they get right back in a commanding lead of that game. And I just gotta say, man, for the control also in that hard point.
I tried it, man. I
accuracy
give it like a
time
6.
and Time again in the clutch situations.
It's
when
not
they
bad.
need an AR to get a
It's
big
definitely-
two-piece,
I
he
mean-
got it every single
Yeah.
time. Lack of an AR presence on the side of Florida Mutineers leaves a gap opening for accuracy, and he made
That was
plays all
nice.
series long.
I like that you call accuracy to get a 2-piece.
We do a giveaway?
Ending
We do a giveaway?
3 rounds
We still
with
have-
double kills.
Yeah.
Accuracy was that man. Today, he drops positive
Where's the
numbers,
card?
including a 30-pointer in that game number 4 as the Surge take down the Florida Mutineers 3-1. They banked
What's goody, chat?
$10,000 due to the
We were
bounty
throwing money
and, of
around. You
course,
missed it. That's why
another
there's
10
money all
points
over
puts
pots.
their season record heading into champs. As we take a look at
All
the
right.
Surge
What do you call it? Yo, chat, I've been growing out the beard. What y'all think?
In fact, pause on that question.
Let's give away.
I need to get it cleaned up though. But y'all fucking with it? Does it look better than my little fucking strip I had?
Oh, interview first?
Are
Alright.
they still one of the most dangerous teams on this map and mode in particular? Nate?
With Vickle, absolutely. No, but yeah, Florida always has that, possibility of being super dangerous in search and destroy. Vickle, we came into it, we're talking about
Yeah,
Vickle
like
stats
Kyle.
on that map, does it once again.
All right, well, now it's time for our scuff play of the game, and the man who deserves all of the honors, Mr. Mackenzie Alley,
Mac
your favorite
melts.
on the lineup. Break it down. This was his 10 spree.
Yeah, it was literally just on this map for hardpoint. He was sitting in kitchen. I think that third kill is kind
What's
of
up,
really
lavish
what set it
Pat?
going. When he pulls out the tack and snaps on the player, trying to make the push from gas. It was just an easy read. It's on your screen right now. And I mean, just having both these guns and being so versatile with it, I mean, that's the kill I was talking about on the cap. My bad. But he continues to go on to a 10 spree here to close out the game.
Mac
Yeah,
popping off
Zane got a
first,
pretty
our
good
scuff
beard.
play of the game, and he
You like
is
it? You like
on
it?
the stream
Yeah.
live right
I like it when
now.
it's shorter.
Congratulations,
Even
Mac.
shorter
You
than
just
this.
banked 10K. Was that a little extra momentum in today's match, or were you guys just playing Call of Duty?
Nah, I don't really think it was much of like a motivating factor. I think we all 4 of us just cared more about the CDL points,
Someone
to be
get
honest.
a microphone.
Matt, congratulations on a huge win. I have to say, you are very much the dirty work player when it comes to Seattle Surge, and it feels like when you're on one, that's when Surge is winning the most comfortably. I wanted to know what it kind of takes for you to kind of get into that flow state, because I mean, over 3 minutes in Hill, you were positive in KD as well. You were also the bomb planner for Seattle Surge. You were one of the
Yo, what's going on, chat?
after planning that bomb to
Sorry
get
it took me
that
so long.
stay alive afterwards in the league. What does it take for you to get comfortable on the map?
Whoppa.
I think the main thing for me is just flowing out or bouncing off the comms
Pizza
with my
was
teammates.
delicious.
Like, there's not really
And by
much
that,
I
I mean
have to
a
do on this
6.5.
team with players like Sib and Pred. They really carry the slang load for this roster. I just need to fill the gaps and just take care of the small things.
Mac, the community is always talking about you guys.
Yo, what's up, guys?
You guys, you do really well.
Welcome back to
but
another
you guys
stream.
have a bad game, and they're like, maybe they should change their roster. And it's like you and Accuracy's
Someone
names
said Mac
who
looks like he
always
bites
come
his
up.
shirt.
For you, what do you feel like your role is on this team? And do you have anything you want to
That's
say
fucking
to some of the
insane.
fans who may be calling for that?
I mean, to be honest, I'm not really worried about the noise. Our team, we're all confident in each other's abilities. We know we have what it takes to win. So I don't really pay attention to it. But shout out to the fans that, you know, don't fucking actually know what's going on.
Yo,
Damn,
Matt,
he's
I love
roasting.
that about this squad. You guys had a goal. You've had that same goal since the
That's
start
a
of the
fine.
season,
That'll be
and
a
we've
fine.
seen highs and lows.
Man,
You
if
started
they-
off
if
with
they're
a second
fine,
place
we're playing
finish,
Call of Duty,
and then you
all
kind of
right?
hit the
Cursing
bottom
part
of
of
the
the game.
barrel. Where is Seattle at heading into Major 4 right now? How good is this team right now?
I think we're a top team and we have what it takes to win a chip, so stay tuned.
All right, man. Best of luck
good
from
answer.
Columbus. Congratulations on the win tonight.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, giveaway time.
Thank you. Have a good one.
We're gonna give away a Texas de Brazil Picanha Party Pack.
Oh my god.
Wait, what did he say?
That was so fire.
What did he say that got him fined? Did he just swear?
He just said the F word.
Oh shit.
Texas de Brazil offers various meat selections on their website, such as lamb chops, New York strip, sausage, even a tomahawk ribeye, and ships them to your door for you to grill. Guys, let's use code OPTIC in the chat, or word OPTIC in the chat.
Bro, do they have any desserts there for them? Or do they not do that? Because I would fucking.
How's everybody doing today?
Oh my god, I got mashed potatoes all
No,
over
you're
my
talking about the
leg.
creme brulee.
Hey, we rocking the Optic all day today.
No, we had when you didn't want to come. We had.
Oh no.
What?
Yeah, get your league packs.
Go ahead.
I texted you as we were leaving.
Woo, Scubby! Let's go!
Yo, Bose.
Oh, you want a parade to invite you?
No, I'm just not gonna invite.
An
myself.
invite from me is not good enough for you.
Put Scubby
You
back
leave
there.
me. I see you.
Ladies
Anyway, you
and-
know what? I'm glad you didn't go because it was delicious. motherfucker. You missed out.
We changed the lens today and the camera.
Sorry, go ahead.
So you have to let me know how stream looks and everything.
Dude, we had Seth's like, let me get a cheesecake, and then Zin.
Oh, bro, I went fucking
Bro,
rogue.
Seth's like, let me get a cheesecake, and then Zin goes, let me get the chocolate cake, the carrot cake, the lemon key lime pie. And I was like,
The
damn.
table. I
Bro.
tried like a bite of each. It was fucking nice.
I had a
Guys,
cheesecake, a personal cheesecake, and I was feeling it.
Yeah, OPTIC in the chat, guys. Capital O, capital T. This is for the Texas de Brazil Picanha Party Pack. Double luck if you're a Twitch sub to any of the live channels. Double luck if you're an OPTIC Nation member, assuming your account is connected to your Twitch account on the OPTIC Nation site. You get quadruple luck if you're both a Twitch sub and an
Fuck,
OPTIC
Riley.
Nation member. OPTIC in the chat. I recommend checking to see if you got a Twitch Prize sub available.
Sure.
That's an extra lucky man.
Sure.
Are you entering?
Huh?
Thank you,
Entering?
No.
Good luck, everybody. Good luck, everybody.
Sure. Guys, we
That sounds like a pretty good deal. All right, commercial break.
And 15. It only takes 5 more seconds. And a 5 spree. Make it a 6 spree. Have yourself a moment, Envoy. Laughing it up. Enjoying themselves some hydro. A dominant game 1.
Kill feed. It's Hixie finding 2 to shut down that pressure. A minute and 40 in the hill alongside his SMG duo, who's been having a phenomenal hard point
Smoking
so
them.
far. Toronto Ultra trying to force the game 5, and they're 10 points away from doing so.
Yeah, they're about to do it. It's
Oh, my.
8 in a row. Win sight indeed. Do we hear 9? You bet. And there's the game. Toronto Ultra.
He's inching his way over. Jaws is able to get away. I think he might have the information. Scraps his.
Give him feedback, Allie.
Rocker and the subliners. That's gonna be a good one. I want to see Priest up.
Read. Goodbye, round 1.
Tomorrow's the Optic one.
This is all choke points. This is all time. Boston
Yeah, tomorrow's the Optic.
Surely, and 249. They're in somewhere.
That'll be a lot of fun. Watch that match.
It's TJ. He's still alive. Beans flies in, and Stanley is going to find the kill. And the Legion are in. One last chance. 2 seconds.
And this guy is just fucking hyped right now, man. Jesus. So hyped right now.
What a ridiculous start to their Major 4 run. What on all on earth was that? It could hold, and Boston will have to try again.
Yeah, well done from the side of Legion. Putting to bed the demons of P3. So to speak, 30 seconds remaining here as well. Standing in a good position to get this transition over. It's
now you're all of a sudden in trouble because the pinch is there standing
up here as well. Can he make the difference with the dead silence?
They just have to let me know how the cam looks now.
But his teammate will go down. He's almost streak.
How's it looking?
Playing his life like it is a fiddle and it is a fall of Rome. There's the 7 as well.
Talk about the best SMGs in the world and what they do on this map, and it's just so crucial you get your SMGs in this sort of place. It's a 9 spree on the debut from Standy. Can he keep this one going? He's dominating Boston right now.
Still looking, still moving, gonna find his 10th there as well. 14 and 3 points. That's what the difference would be made. Does Standy bring that much to this team? Right now he does. 12 and 6, a streak for him as well. Already making a statement for it.
I mean, I want to talk about that break again. Hopefully we'll get an opportunity to maybe see it, because what actually happens is Standy attempt over towards the parking lot side through the red side, and it's just so easy for Legion at this moment. It's the breach, don't start switching up.
And he's waiting. There he goes, finds the first one, knows this Chow's coming as well. Standy reads beans like a book. Almost finds a third onto Nero, but not quite.
Almost got 3-piece there. What is this?
I got 2 pieces from there. Not the one that I wanted, but I got 2 pieces.
Damn, their intro's hella long.
I like it.
Is this the intro? Oh my god.
I'll take a DP.
I'll take a...
That's fine.
Yeah. I'll take a Z...
We'll roll the giveaway right after this, guys.
SP. Thank you, my brother. See, you do bring happiness. Uh-oh. That's that boy Hydra.
Everyone listen up, man. Everyone listen up.
Thank you, Zin. Wow, this is good. That's what I needed.
So hungry. Pizza.
Screaming.
What am I hearing? Woo! What the fuck? Woo!
Final match of the night.
Lance, appreciate you, baby.
Let's see if Priest can step up here. It'll be big if Priest can step up.
I can't lie. I got a soft spot. Let's roll that giveaway real quick, Riley.
Rigged.
Yeah, in before the rig spam.
The winner of the Texas Day Brazil Picanha Party Pack is...
Drum roll.
Chaboy.
Chaboy Jr. with the sub.
Yes.
To Scumpy. Chaboy, congratulations on the Picanha Party Pack.
On the Picanha Party, man.
Yo, I was at a party one time. I'm talking like, this may have been in Illinois. This is a long time ago. And Joe Fries was there, a few people, Mike. And there was this girl, we were playing a game, like just normal board game or whatever, like a whole bunch of us.
At a club? Damn, y'all were balling.
At a house. And then this girl just starts crying out of the blue. Everyone's like, what the hell? And then Joe Fries is like, bam, 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 bam. What the fuck? Bro, that was the funniest shit for like the whole year.
What the fuck? Rigged? Yeah. Yo, Chris, if you can reach out to your Chaboy. Thank you for the sub. Thank you for the support, Chaboy. Appreciate you, big doggy.
I'm excited to see Rocker against like a top team, I guess.
Can the hoodies sell out? I don't think the hoodies can sell out, right, Mark?
No.
Only
the mug?
Yeah, mug.
No. Tony wants a mug.
No, we can get those.
The mug?
Oh, no, nothing can. Nothing. I lied.
Nothing can sell out? And I think we're leaving it open. We'll probably leave it open all weekend, to be honest.
Sure.
We'll probably just leave it open till like the end of Sunday.
Storm Killer with a 10 bomb to Abner.
Yeah, Storm Killer. Thank you for that big old 10, baby.
I love it.
We'll probably keep it up till Sunday, so.
Chad, who do we got?
Love
man?
your
Rocker in New
streams.
York.
Have a great rest of your day. Thanks, Draco.
Young Draco.
Appreciate it, man.
I think I'm doing this right. It's been a long time since I've done this.
Origami?
Origami, that's right.
Keep it open till Wednesday? I don't think we're keeping it open that long. I mean, we could always roll it out again, though. Like, if we did close it, we could always, like... Do you do that usually? Like, do a second drop or not?
Yeah, like a restock.
Like, if, like if some people miss out on it.
Incredibly hot on their heels, and again, last time these two teams matched up, it was actually uncharacteristic for
My
New York
feet
to
smell
nuzzle
incredible.
in a 2-3-5 fashion. We're talking
You're
about
looking good, man. Thanks, GTR.
very strong a respawn, 25 and 19 overall.
Thanks, man.
17 and 10 in control, and that first stat was hard points. So when it comes to these respawns, you're looking at players.
Those
like
kicks are rough.
Styles,
Yeah, I probably need some new ones.
Wayne with a 5-bomb. Thank you, Wayne. I appreciate you, bro.
How the fuck are you supposed to do
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, when I look at the New York subliners, they've had like an assortment of problems from stage 2 into stage 3. It's like changed up.
What size am I for the t-shirts? I usually wear large.
They had lost their way in hardpoint. Probably sub 40 points. So that's what I was looking at as the end in those clutch moments versus Atlanta, where they just played so well, capitalizing on E2, using their streaks correctly, and having effective communication. So hopefully that continues. Seems like they worked on it.
Somebody's got to slow down Priesta. He was on fire against Atlanta, and we'll find out, can they do
Let's
it
see how
in
this
our
goes.
first 3 maps. They're all on Hotel. The ARs could dominate Mercado in Game 4, Embassy for Game 5, and the match is ready. So let's get this one underway. Real quick, one-word predictions. New York! New York? Rocker's about to make 10K fame. You ready to pocket some cash, buddy? It's time to send it to our casters. We got Lando and starting to close things out.
Bias
Let's do it, Chris.
caster.
Let's do it. What is Ant saying, Jay? You're not biased at all.
No, I'm just from New York. I am from New York, but I'm not a biased caster, all right? If you guys recently just watched our Pyramid video, I had Hydra at the top of my list because I truly believe that Hydra is the best player in the game when he's on one. So we will see this series.
I mean, Jay, I'll tell you what. You got a decent resume, that's for sure. You put Hydra as one of the best players in the game. I know it's always a fun debate, but I love that content piece. If you guys haven't already checked it out, make sure to look at both Nameless and Studies player pyramids on the COD League YouTube channel. It's a fun one. But Jay, our last match of the day, NYSL versus Minnesota. Both teams off of a wonderful week number 1. New York gets the Game 5 round 11 dub versus FaZe. And how about Rocker, buddy? The story so far.
All right, what are you guys thinking about this?
4 2-0 in front
guys.
of their fans at their own home series in Wisconsin. But now, as Ades touched on it,
I think subliners are taking this one.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing for me.
Miss the shots right after that.
Versus LAG. Same thing versus Florida. But now you are playing against the New York subliners. Let's see what this team is truly
Kissman's really good too.
Playing again with one of the top dogs that we currently have in the CDL. Good time off of that P1 though, finding 11 seconds, but New York doing a great job of just slaying around this hill. Maintaining the better side of the map. One player in bench tries to sneak his way on through, but Hydra takes care of him. And so far, New York is trying to get as much time as they possibly can off P1, but they're thinking big picture. They want those spawns for them.
Damn, Cammy's fucking...
And I think you mentioned something very interesting, Jay, throughout that is Rocker find a few in a row. Big kill right here as Hydra ends up finding 2. Great moment there for New York, but it also feels like to me, buddy, like this is kind of another prove it series for NYSL. It feels like, you know, they've been able to have solid online performances, but it feels like lately with their LAN, you know, results that they've had, top 8 and now top 12, it just feels like every series that they come into versus solid rosters, everybody's looking at them to possibly fall flat and to actually see where they really do sit when it comes down to the standings.
So far, they're looking great. That's a clean 4 dead. Minnesota all the way out towards the middle of the map. Have to try to find a break on towards P2. But I think you're completely right, man. If you are New York, you haven't had the best performances at these majors.
Just getting some info there.
At least to start off this major
Teammates pinched really well.
Win a Game 5 round 11 versus a team like Atlanta FaZe, and that can do wonders for this roster. Having that momentum to continuously go forward. As this battle versus Minnesota always goes down to the wire. Last time these guys messed up and went all the way to a Game 5 round 11 both times. One time going to Minnesota, one time going to New York. So this is always going to be a battle, and so far it has been nothing but that. Minnesota take the lead with the final 20 seconds over towards P2. Now it's New York's turn to find that rotation over towards Kitchen to get themselves back into this game.
Yeah, all the makings of what should be maybe a tie game here in just a few moments in YSL with the early seconds. And now it is time for Minnesota to make their pursuit. Cammy starts things off with a nice entry kill. They're on to Priesta, and now the rest begin to siphon in through the back. NYSL trying to hang out in their corners, trying to lock down the crevices. However, it is Kismet and Hydra, the SMGs of the subliners, reigning tall
as they win that entry fight. And from there, the last 30 seconds should belong to them. We'll see if Rocker make a last-ditch effort at it or if they go for the rotation. Regardless of it, NYSL, they've got the lead. And Kismet, he's got a nice streak going.
Oh, the Bulldog is feeling himself already on a 5 streak. Could potentially earn himself that cruise missile. And then Hydra so far.
Wow.
Just in all the engagements on this map. Both is sitting on a little bit of streaks, but this is where you set up Kismet to get that 6th kill or not. What a snap right there from Cammy to shut down that cruise missile. But now it's time for Hydra. Can he earn his? Great shots onto Vance. Can't finish the kill. Just gonna go for the chow. Doesn't even matter. As this team are now gonna be all towards the bedroom side. Minnesota are gonna be able to win that rotation, but for how long can they hold?
That's the question. And the other one is, can Hydra earn this streak? Again, he's been waiting here for so long.
Oh my.
Versus Hydra and Minnesota.
Damn.
Managed to keep New York off of those sprees. So no cruise missiles in the back pockets of NYSL. Sweat off the brow if you're a Minnesota fan. As now they look to be in a great spot to maybe even reclaim the lead here over at the bar. Biggest thing, Jay, is that lately it feels like for the New York Subliners, a lot of these hard points, and especially on Hotel, have been coming down to the wire. Our stats guy Tim has let us know that the last 6 New York Hotel hard points have been within 25 points, and in fact, 6 of the last 8 hard point losses for New York have been within 30 or less. So it just feels like for Minnesota, it doesn't have to be a dominant dub; it just has to be a close one.
Yeah, you just got to keep it close. You got to keep trading hills back and forth, and so far they have done a great job at that. Is now we find ourselves in towards the Diner Hill. New York currently down by 10 points. They know exactly where Minnesota are trying to attack from Jewel side, from Shandy's side. So it's all about winning these gunfights. Skies and Fame, they go for a trade-off, but New York, they come out on top in these engagements as Skies with the snap.
Skies,
able to take
damn.
down the final player. New York take the lead again.
And it feels like Skies finally ends up arriving here to the hotel. It was early on. Kismet and Hydra, the SMGs, who are having a blast, or rather the SMG and the AR, but here comes Fame and Cammy, able to answer back with a few of their own. So Rocker reclaim control over at the restaurant, and now all of the focus goes toward the top right side of your screen. The bottom left side of your screen, which is exactly where Cammy happens to be rotating toward now. Already off to a wonderful game, Jay. 16 and 10. A lot of questions around this recent Rocker replacement is about the comfortability. And right now, King Cammy seems to be in a great spot statistically.
Yeah, he's feeling great right now. Holding down his angles, winning his easy one-on-one gunfights, and clutching up when he needs to. There's a huge gunfight to start off this hill by winning that one towards Bad Kitchen. Which now allows you to get this first 15 to 20 seconds uncontested. But New York, with a lot of pressure towards the back end, are going to be able to flip those spawns. You have to try to go big. Cammy's just cutting them all down. He's feeling himself. The Cam Man already on a 4 spree. You got another trophy system. Let's just put it down. Better safe than sorry. Snaps onto Hydra. Already on a 5. This has been a flawless hold for Minnesota to grow the lead by almost 50 points.
Yeah, an excellent first set of rotations. As we said, Rocker
big holding that hard point.
Regardless of the way that these final 15 seconds go. But Cammy, an excellent performance. Right now sits at 20 and 12. Having himself a game. Ends up going low. Drops Hydra, and from there, Rocker continue to dominate. 171 to 111, taking it to one of the best hardpoint teams in the game. And we'll see how the second set of rotations begin to go. And it hasn't even really been all on the new addition in Fame. It also hasn't really been off the back of Afro either, Jay. This has been a collective effort from the previous Toronto twosome.
Yeah, the team is playing flawlessly right now for Minnesota. Crossfires are being
right,
set up.
Subliners are getting some points here now.
They're also soaking a lot of that time, but now they have to find a break on towards P1. They aren't getting the preferred side. You see where Hydra is. He's just staying alive towards Spa. He knows that his team needs those spawns going in towards the next hill. But you have to continuously fight for this P1. That's 3. Make it all 4 dead. This is where Rocket can put the pressure on the flip spawns.
Big player is going to be number 5 in Vance. NYSL trying to make their way into the top side of the map. Minnesota right now with spawns. This is where they can really start to elevate their game and maybe call map number 1 theirs. Let's step aside in a crucial spot and go to the comms.
Oh, let's hear some comms.
Come and help. Check in the kill. They jumped in. He's Brookside. Check in her. Two broken. Yeah, on the wall. Yeah, I'm seeing it. Pillar. Snake cam, I spawn out. They spawn in. I'm spawn on him. Yeah, we smoke. One broken door. One more. Broken door. Broken door. On time, dead. Nice. One more on time. I am one shot here. Nade it. Nobody go straight. Jump straight. I'm going in. Spot time. Yeah, one on pillar. And then back Eddie. Pillar. I don't see it. Nice, I'm waiting. I'm going in. Let's push that left. Left. Right now, broken. I spawn back spot. Okay, I might play this. I'm gonna play this. Play this with me. Spawn in? Yeah. I'm gonna play safer, okay? Yeah. I'm challenging Brooks side time. Check in. Nice. And spot side time, I think. Nice, Ben. Nice, I'm playing new. I still spawn back spot. I think there's more broken away. I'm pushing through bed. Yeah, I'll get time, man. I'll tell you when you're good. Good night. What's done with, like, down it? Wait, one's on me, count. Yeah, stun your trees. I think he's white. Back door, absolute sky. One's close stock, okay? Close stock. Here's my spawn out behind it. Dark dead. Nice. Last guy. He's being side time. I'm playing this spawn. I'm playing this spawn. I got one. Kitchen on me. He's dark dead. Be done, boys. Go on beans. I have a connector. I'm very cool. Dark on me. Dark dead. Nice.
And the communication from Minnesota is on point. You heard it at the end of that P2 hard point. We have to rotate with about 30 seconds left. The only player that rotated was Afro, but with Afro being that player here, he was able to start off the trade battle. And eventually his team comes out on top. New York thought that they had the rotation, but you didn't get past the Afro. And now Minnesota, just keep Kitchen Hill scrappy. Exactly what you want to do. You only give up about 25 to 30 seconds to New York. You maintain this lead the way that you have it. And now you have that rotation to potentially close out the game here at Double Desk.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jim, just looking at that score, how impressive is this right now from Minnesota? Like we said, 227 to 164. Cammy is having himself a game at 27 and 18. And right now for Rocker, 15 points away from calling game one. Vance trying to cut away the forces, trying to remove a few of the reinforcements. That's another 3 down, as this should be where Rocker end up locking it down. 2 more seconds, and there you have it. Minnesota answering.
Yeah, Minnesota's a better hardpoint team.
As we said, versus
they're a better hardpoint team.
Hardpoint teams in the game. We said the true test would start here.
That said MN was shit. Looking like a potentially new squadron.
Not I.
And if your name is Gopher fan, you're excited with that hometown team. Maddie would have primed more. Muddy, thank you. Damn.
They look good right there. Cammy, 30 and 18.
Vegas is Arthur meme right now.
Damn Hydra.
Oh yeah. Vegas is not happy.
This is what Clay was talking about, the competitive advantage, right? The more reps that they get, the more ability for them to continue to evolve as a team and the chemistry. Cut it. I was talking shit anyway.
Yeah, Priest didn't look like he was playing very well either. Not a lot of damage.
11 and 25. Yeah, it's a rough map. It happens.
It's a rough one. Not sugarcoat. It's one of the worst you can have.
Yeah, it's not a great one.
No.
It's all about how you finish, man. Indeed. Hydra doing what he can.
Not a great one.
You can just tell that the Minnesota energy is definitely in the building. With a map one like that, we were talking about a true test. They shut me up real quick. That was great work from Minnesota. Now up 1-0.
Yeah, we'll see if they can.
Is Cold War Cammy back? Cold War Cammy was insane.
Yes, he was.
Of course, they look good when they're playing people playing with their feet. New York just beat FaZe.
Damn.
New York's on the up and up.
Yeah, New York just beat FaZe. I mean, let's not fucking get it twisted.
It goes back to what I was saying earlier, man. It's what you can. People forget very easily, and unless you're performing on a weekly basis to keep the momentum going for your fans and for the people watching, you're gonna get shit talked regardless.
The recency bias in COD is unmatched.
Yes,
unrivaled.
Correct.
But to be fair, it is a little.
Look, somebody just called FaZe overrated.
So quick in COD. Like,
things do change quick. That's why I called it fickle. One play can change a season. One play can sometimes change a career.
One map win can change a tournament.
Hold on.
How do you feel like they're going to fare on Hotel S&D? And
Yeah, I mean, New York is the definition of inconsistent. A team that can win and a team that also underperforms. Like, their floor just lower than it should be, in my opinion. Like, they can beat a team like FaZe, then look like dog shit the next series. Like, that team just has no consistency from match to match, it feels like.
Honestly,
and it's not Hydra.
This map kind of scares me for
Then who is
NY.
it? Is it?
I think the other three aren't very consistent.
Who?
Everyone besides Hydra.
You think everyone else is inconsistent?
Yeah, you don't agree? Skies will have a great series and have a poor one. Priest will have a great series and a poor one. I feel like the only person playing at their level consistently is Hydra.
Yeah.
All right, how's that? That better?
I would say Kiz as well. Maybe.
Nope.
He's been better
consistently
recently.
handsome. So.
Kiz is filthy, but he's inconsistent.
He's been better recently, though. Why is there money on the floor? They are bounty matches, guys. We're just trying to have a little bit of fun. It's fake money.
No, it's not. Is it, Zen?
Nope.
These matches are for $10,000 each.
That's a good payday, man. $2,500 each per player.
Sure.
Not bad for the day.
Not a bad day.
Pretty damn good payday.
Pulled up and Riley had it all set up, and I was like, Riley, what are we doing with all this real ass money? And he says bounty matches. I was like, ooh, genius.
Okay, some S&D stats. Yeah, Afro's been a beast, bro.
Here for NYSL, so far in S&D this season, he's sporting a 1.09, Mr. Consistent, really across all modes.
I might take MN going up 2-0 here.
I might agree with you.
I think MN's going up 2-0, and New York's going to have to reverse sweep.
They won't.
Oh, Riley, can we put the screen up, please?
Butter
It's too late.
Butter, what are you doing, bro?
You
put one in?
No, I didn't.
Riley's over there eating the leftover
hook you
pizza.
up
Shit.
if you want.
Sometimes today, man.
Insane stats. That's going to be a battle all map long between both of those SMGs. You know the pressure that they like to put on towards.
I mean, this map's pretty even though. 4 and 5 for New York, 4 and 6 for Rocker. So it's not like either of these teams necessarily outmatch the other. Statistically, that is.
Who has it? Does anyone in New York?
Let's go, Rocker.
I think Caesar. Does Caesar snipe sometimes? I feel like Caesar snipes sometimes, and we'll be seeing you.
Oh God! Come on, man.
This is such a. Everybody knows
as we
that
said,
people go
by
there.
really the one player to look out for on New York. We talked about Priesta. We also have to highlight Hydra.
Seth, be honest, how many kills do you think I could get in a game of S&D against pros? Like 3?
It honestly depends. Like if your team's getting bombs down for you and you're in corners and they're not reading them, you might be able to get a few.
That's what I'm saying.
What the fuck is New York's game plan?
Just take their side. Just take their side.
Where are the angles they're about to hit? Minnesota
They're waiting for each other.
It sounds like they're not playing well right now.
He should be toaster. Yep.
Go.
There you go, Zin. Don't question.
Well, New York's just lucky that Rocker didn't take.
No, that was planned out.
If Rocker went bedroom, they win that.
Never underestimate the predictability till the unpredictable.
To be fair, yeah, that was unpredictable. I can't lie. 4 flank is kind of insane.
You pick both of those players.
Did you consider yourself a good S&D player like me and Embos?
I was an inconsistent Surge player.
So no.
I was a better respawn player than Surge player.
Great first round here for New York.
See me, I'm the complete package.
Minnesota, needing
Yeah,
to
just don't see me on control. I'm my worst map.
Game has really been an issue for them.
My worst game mode, by the way.
The same thing about the subliners. Very interested to see how they play coming into the Major 4 qualifiers. They split those S&Ds versus Atlanta, but that's the only dub that they've had in their last 5 S&Ds. So 1 and 4 and their last 5, trying to improve that stat line here online. Interesting.
And that's Benjamin Vance with the first kill.
It was Hydra who found the first blood on Vance to start things off, and now it is the inverse in round 2. Rocker answer first.
Yeah, great.
Oh, they get a repick? Where was he, couches?
Is what Hydra is thinking about in that early round. But instantly, the trade is there as Fade gets cut down.
He might get caught.
Oh,
he's out though. Wait.
Don't you? Still putting pressure towards the middle of the map. They're able to take down Afro. Now that puts them in a situation.
I feel like Priesta is kind of like Mac for Seattle. Like he's their X factor. When he plays well, they play great. When he plays poorly, not so much.
I can see that. No, I can see that for sure. Because at the first major, I mean, Priest was literally insane.
Yeah. Bomb planted, making Minnesota come to them.
Yeah, I could, and against FaZe, even against FaZe, he has a great series. They beat him.
Silence to work with. For the first.
Oh! Shite.
Caesar. Responsible for the final few engagements.
Hold that.
Does a great job
Shite.
to lock things down. Statue indeed is NYSL. Answer again, 2-0.
Now it's a 3v4 situation.
Good
But it was
shots.
just
4-0
staying
start for
aggressive
Caesar.
towards the middle of the
Bueno
map.
is very
They knew that's
bueno
where
at this
Minnesota were
game.
trying to play
Yeah.
that setup. So
Do
at
his
least watch
thing.
that cross over towards A site.
Who do the Mavs
Take
play
down
tonight?
2 of those players. You get the player that was
The
playing over towards
Chicago
B, came in, you
Bulls,
wrap
no
back,
Jordan.
Wait, do they
you
actually?
Get the bomb
Yeah.
down. Now you set up one of the best ARs in the game in skies on the Godhead glitch. Never an easy task to take them off of that
New York, I was
situation.
worried about their search
With
and
a
destroy
final
game.
3 on the round, already
So
4-0
far, up
to
2-0.
start this search and destroy New York.
And
2
honestly, playing their
flawless rounds to start
situationals pretty well.
Oh, and here we go. It is going to be an all-out brawl.
And we'll be seeing you.
Side of the map, and oh my goodness, it's all going the way of NYSL. Stack them up and lock them down. Afro, last player alive. E-Rock, dead silence, thinking that this
I'm
was
outta here.
actually going to happen, when in reality, it is quickly beginning to
Damn.
fade. A very
Come on,
fast
man.
round
Mavs
number
are
3,
sitting
and
a
so
bunch of
far,
their
all
players?
these
Wait, is that
rounds
true?
belong
Yeah,
to
Kyrie's not
NYSL.
playing.
That's just a
Lucas
perfect block counter
questionable.
right there out of the subliners.
It's
So
like
they're
they're
just
not
chalking
playing
the
to
playoffs?
win. They're not playing to win right now.
They're chalking the
They're
playoffs?
playing to like.
They're
Oh,
playing.
they're not trying to
They're playing
make
safe. They're like, fuck it, we might
They
not
didn't
win,
even
so
get
let's
the
not
play-in?
get anybody injured.
For every
This
single
is
angle,
this
they
is
were
this
gonna
is
try to push
grade
from as
A
they cut
new
the
age
ball down without
basketball.
dropping.
This would never
4
happen
up,
during
4
the
down.
'90s.
Very clean
I
round
mean,
right there
what do you
from
want me to
the
tell you?
Saturday.
It's just
Put
the
them up
competition. I
3-0.
mean, have you seen
very
the
commanding
the All Star game
Solid
East versus
performance so
West?
far
Is like
from
this friendly like
NYSL, as
pickup
you said.
basketball.
Going off
If they
Hard point,
if
you
they
begin to
win their
question where's
next
momentum
couple
going to
games,
be,
do they have a
and
chance
right
of
now it
making
is
it?
The
quickly
Mavs need to win
shifted.
tonight and on
Skies
Sunday.
Dark City, that's
Or
three to
much
five
like
in
Do
a
they
Who's
need
the
anything
shooter
else to
guard?
happen, or do they just need to win?
I
Before
think
even this
my
match
God.
comes to a close, and you
I
bet
think
him it's in.
somebody else needs to lose.
Already
The Thunder?
One.
now it's 6-0, trying to keep flawless. Can be tagged up, but yet to drop.
Ooh.
Meanwhile, to the top side of the
Caesar,
map,
Bro,
7-0, he's
Caesar's
fucking
fucking
frying.
Yeah.
of a lane. The issue being is that his teammates continue to get picked apart here from Skies. Do we hear 8-0? Does he go for a heat check?
Oh my God.
What is happening?
Damn.
What is
Scott's
that? I'll tell you
just
what's
putting down
happening.
Shots, but eventually you gotta get pushed up forward, brother. Vance has already worked his way behind towards back spa.
Oh my
Scott's
Bro.
got the bomb in hand. He cuts down Cammy. Now it's a 1v4. You know where Vance is coming from. It has to be
Give
on
him
the
the
flank.
ace.
Damn.
Oh my
Mistakes
goodness,
come in. He's
Caesar.
not able to pick up the final.
Caesar,
Damn.
Skies,
New
bueno.
York Subliners.
Look at him with
and
those
more
glasses
specifically
on.
Skies, the only player over towards that B site. I mean, at A site, he's able to cut down 3 players in a row. First person without even being seen. Great
PC
wall bang
check,
on
they're
the fade.
saying?
Great read onto Afro bottom bed, and then the patience
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
to find Kimmy. The last
I'm
player was
loving
playing over
it.
towards bedroom.
I haven't had that in a
So
long
relatively
time.
put yourself in a 4v1
Sounds
situation.
nice.
You don't even have to get the bomb down, and you also don't drop.
This is honestly surprising to me.
4-0 is the score
I only
line
eat
so
at Jack
far
in the
this
Box.
search and
I mean, we have
destroy with
triple
Skies.
donuts on the side of
Doubling
that
up on
man.
that one, 8-0 with the cruise missile.
I didn't want to say it.
Like, what
Get
the
that
heck?
boom
Okay, we're just
stickity
gonna
out.
bring out the
When somebody
sniper.
said
He's
what
like,
is
"I'm not gonna-"
happening, I wanted to
You know
say
what?
the obvious.
I'm hitting every single shot. Let's just bring out the sniper. Let's just have some fun. Let's add to the highlights. After what has basically been a mixtape here in Game 2 from Caesar.
He's gonna get a pick right here.
Understandably so, Rocker completely hauled everything. Knowing that if Skies is
Oh
still
yeah,
alive,
see what the fuck is he
Okay.
doing now?
Yeah, now he
to say
thinks
if
he's
Skies is
fucking
still
Neo.
alive, you have
Yeah,
to be
what the fuck
careful,
is he
but,
doing?
I don't know what's going on with Skies from the top side of the bedroom. Regardless of it, it is a quick trade.
What was
to
that?
kick off
I
this
think he was
round
trying to
number
throw it off
5.
the wall and catch it
Minnesota
and
right
do
now, they've got
something
a
with
free
it. I don't know
play on
what the
A.
fuck he was trying to
Meanwhile,
do
here
there.
comes in the
Maybe he
Cruise.
was trying to bank
Here
it into
comes
bottom
the cruise in.
elevator.
They were gonna try to go for that
Nah.
plan, but once that gets
Sure.
invested,
Nah.
Why would he bank it off the
Nah,
wall?
he
From
figured
us, at
he
least
figured
right
somebody was
back.
rushing and he was gonna time it as they
Now
went
go
through
for
the
that
door
bomb
and it was
plan,
gonna
but
blow
with
him up.
that time,
But it went to the left instead of the
them
right.
giving up that positioning. It's now gonna allow Kismet to pop that dead silence, go for the flank.
what's
Precinct
that?
takes the bomb carrier
Jesus.
off site. Now in the
is
3v2
Easter.
situation, Afro, he's just gonna try to get this bomb down. Afro Fame have to try to clutch up.
Oh,
in
he
the
went to the
2v3.
right. Oh,
okay, Fame.
wow, traded though.
About the shot coming in
Caesar
from the
still
rook.
has yet to
Skies
die.
brings
Will he
up the
find yet
pistol
another? He's
in the
9-0,
meantime,
I
which
believe.
now leaves everything on to Afro. go. The player we called out, the one to watch here in the search to destroy, does he have a
Is he gonna hop
1v2
that
on the
shit?
cards? If not, this is surely going to
All
be
the
a
info's
game
there.
guaranteed for
Lay down, lay down.
NYSL.
Yup, perfect.
Peeks out for a moment.
Yep,
And
beautiful.
instantly
Oh,
gets
wow.
one up. The defuse is in.
9-0, still alive, flawless.
Taking him down.
We
and
might
on
see a 6-0.
Overwatch. A disguise who remains flawless in NYSL, who are doing the same. Now mark it up. 5-0, 1 to go.
One round away from closing out
And
this
we
search
might
to
see
destroy a
multiple
clean
donuts
6-0.
because
I thought after
You know what?
played that
I hope that we see the multiple donuts.
You want it?
Yeah, I do. You know why?
Why?
I love donuts.
You love them shits?
Just a snap right there from Priester to get him one shot as he was dropping down
that made
towards
me think
bottom
of?
bed. You allow Scott to just instantly hop on
What's
that
up?
defuse. You
That
watch
like,
over him.
that
You hit
monkey
Afro
bread
with at
at
least
that
1 to 2
brunch
more
place?
bullets
It
through
was
that
nice.
bottom bedroom. You're able to close out the round. Minnesota just haven't had an answer yet. You're going to take mid-map control
0
this
for
time around, but
Cammy,
it's
0
just
for
split from New
Fro.
York. They're ready for the pinch already.
A combined 13-0 for Priest and Skies, and there's blood for kids.
Down
Cammy
goes
0
Cam.
and 6.
Now at 0-6.
Does a
Does not
donut
get
count
much
if you
better than
lose
this if you're
6-0?
a New York fan.
Yeah.
It's not like a bad one.
Oh, man.
4.
What do you mean? Explain it, please.
Up to Bance and Fame.
Like if it's
Thankfully,
like a 6-4 game and your team is
Fame's
winning
at least
rounds
gonna
and you
lighten
don't have
the
any
load a
kills, that's
bit.
different.
Bance will also do the same. So a 4v2
I mean,
now
it could be
turns
argued that
into
you
a
lost the
2v2.
6-0 because you got 0
In the
kills.
meantime, for New
A
York, they
donut's
at
a
least get that
donut,
bomb down,
but
and now it is
there's
up for
levels
Rocker
to the
come
donut.
to them.
There's
Let's take a
levels
look
to
at the
it.
spot
I
right
think
now
so.
From Priesta.
Like
We'll see
dropping
if
0
Rocker
and a
respects it or not.
6-5L is insane.
Oh, he jumps away.
Pretty sure both of the players on Minnesota also have a TAC 56 in hand.
Well,
so
like,
it's not going to be quick
0-11?
and dandy.
Yeah.
Trying to break your way in
Yeah,
towards
that
the
would be
kitchen.
nuts.
You try to hit the wall bang that Caesar Skies taught us all.
With
Last
that
week in
phone,
his
they
game,
might
but
get this
Fame is
round
at
on the
least able
board,
to
though.
Take down Priesta. Now it's all up to the Bulldog. 1v2.
And they get the round.
Hold the phone, they're
With
here.
that phone.
Fame still took the
Coming
kill,
away
though.
with some crucial kills as Minnesota
Would you go on
will
Miami?
hold off the goose egg here in round number 2.
What?
And what does it
Was-
take?
was your Miami donut
a
6-0?
crazy and wild
Yeah.
2v4.
See, that's not
in the
as
midst of a 2v2
crazy as a
retake, which,
donut.
as you
As like
said, Jay,
Only
lost to
donut,
Gabby.
only donut in my career, and they
With
never
weapons
let me live it
necessary
down.
for
If
the
you
job,
lost
Fame picks
6-4
up
and you
that
went like
Vaz off
0
the
and
ground
10,
and
that's a
really
lot
allows
more
for it
insane.
to go to
than
war
0.
for
Yes.
Minnesota. Better late than never.
They won't
Yeah,
let
that
me
was
live
just
it
good work
down.
from Bance and Fame to hold down
It's
mid-map
crazy.
Full
control.
sale, I'll
Please
helicopter.
find a
There's-
trade onto Hydra and then for Bance to play it
I might
super
say
patient, knowing what
0% chance
Skies
of
likes
full
to
That
sale.
might
do.
take flight.
That's usually be the
Which
solo
means-
shot over towards A. He was trying to hit that flank towards top plat, but Bance reads it beautifully, takes him down, and in the 2v2, they get all the information on the rat back towards kitchen.
If I say it, it
Actually
could
find
come
their
true.
First round.
Say it.
In this search and destroy, can they try to chain a couple
The
together?
full
though?
sale is
This time Bance,
impossible.
hopefully he's not
Oh,
sticking out this time around to get first blooded as that bomb is going to get planted in New York in the retake.
Here we go.
Maybe learning from some prior mistakes. Fame again able to answer. He was so crucial in that last round. Now makes it 4 in a row.
Hold that fucking phone.
Rocker with first blood, as we said, not a common theme for them so far throughout this game. Let's see if they can make it work now.
Oh.
Fame able to stay alive. Weakens one with the nade. That's where Bane started to come into fruition, come into force.
I'm about to soil myself.
Plants down the bomb, finds a kill on top of it. Skies eventually falls.
Hold
And
that
it's all
phone.
to Priesta. He falls as well. And you can see what that last round does.
When do you start getting
confidence-wise
nervous?
for
Like
Minnesota.
5-3?
Confident here in round
No, 5-4, you're pissing.
number 8.
5-4, you start to get nervous?
5-3, it's like, all right, come on, lock in. 5-4, you're like, fuck, what do we want to do?
Perfect play call right there for Minnesota. You get the
You start
bomb
getting
down
frantic?
quickly.
Yep.
You force New York to retake where
That's
they
the
do
one we
tend to
hit 'em
struggle
with it.
on.
Just stay alive.
On
Yep.
this map.
Just play for a pick.
Same
Yeah.
way,
And then
just
it's
get that
5-5
bomb
and you're
down,
shitting.
You hold down all your cuts, you find the first blood, and you hold strong from double deaths to cut down everyone else. Minnesota Rocker.
Here we go.
2 rounds in a row.
Donkey.
Slowly starting to fight their way back into the search and destroy. Afro,
Going
we
for a
gotta
big
get
plan.
one, brother.
We
Yeah,
do.
man,
We'll
look
start
at that.
with
I
one.
like it. I like it.
Damn, Jay just said something. Now Afro's going to get one this round. Watch this.
But I wonder if they know that.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
he's gonna get that down. They got no one
All
bed.
good. Numbers are difficult. And right now,
I don't know if he
4-1 is
saw
just
him.
No,
The
he
2C6?
He didn't know he.
shots established.
He had to have seen him.
Wait, what?
He's made his
You
way
can
on the
wall-
bomb site. Vance
Oh
here.
my
Oh,
god.
let's
You
go,
can wall bang
man.
that?
He does.
Like,
A big one
like
to
that?
start off here for Bancy.
Oh my
That's a big
god.
first blood.
Afro
Skies
time is now.
able
They have no
to
idea.
equalize that.
Afro's
Situation.
Come on,
Come
get
on,
one,
three,
Fro.
man.
Oh, he's
Get
not gonna
Afro.
check the close left
That's
corner. I
how it
No,
works
guarantee
out.
this
you.
is
You don't
actually
think
a nice
so?
spot.
Priest is in a position to potentially
Nah, he's
take
checking
care
it,
of
he's
him.
checking
No,
it.
he's not
Does he
checking
know
very
that
close left
Afro's
corner,
just
no
waiting
way.
for his opportunity to
Oh my
strike?
god.
Slowly
God.
trying to
He's
peel.
not gonna look.
The bomb's gonna get planted.
Oh,
Oh, he's 0-7, but they're gonna win the round
but they're
probably.
going to win the round.
Two nonetheless.
Oh my god, 1v1.
Oh, Caesar 1v3.
Did Did Fame
He's
just
out of the
throw?
fight. Now it comes in to the 1v1.
Gun to bed?
Skies
Oh my god.
versus Cammy.
Oh no.
Time continues to tick,
Skies
and
is
now
decent at 1v1.
Caesar reveals his position, but at the same time, he ensures that Cammy is not on that bomb.
What the hell is
Cam, in the
Cameron doing?
meantime,
He's
remains
winning.
stationary. He thought he was going to go toward the catwalk, when in reality, as Caesar just
Oh my god, he's done it!
Let's go.
He's done it!
Let's
oh
go,
my god! Holy shit!
McKilligan!
wins the one.
What is going on? See, now they're soiling themselves.
I can't
They
even
might.
say good clutch brokers. What the hell is he doing?
Now have won 3.
They might be starting to piss their pants.
You saw Cammy crouch walking? Creeping on the
Potentially to find his first kill
low.
on the map. Currently sitting at Agent Afro.
He checks the bomb from
007.
luggage, then checks
But his
it
teammates
bottom
are doing
bed,
it all.
and then
Five
checks it
trades
again
when
bottom
they
bed. You
need
might as
Now
well go top
Afro's
or something.
donut would be
Turned
a
up.
tough one because
As
it's
well.
now like a
Pretty sure he
competitive
earns
game.
himself a cruise missile.
It would be tough.
A 6-0 donut, you're like, I would have always got fucking.
Damn, Cammy's playing fucking out of his mind right now.
Donut, damn, I cost.
Cammy's playing out of his mind right
Afro
now.
gets the first blood right here.
Huge 1v1 clutch by
It's a
Cammy.
2-0.
So now put them back on the attacking round. And with Fame having this
Where's he
cruise
at?
missile,
A one.
this can do drastic
Get him a
things for that
freebie.
Minnesota Rocker roster. This
Oh
time
yeah,
New York,
get that
they're
AR
switching
out
their
and just
defensive
post
setup.
up. Get that
Now
bomb
two
down.
to
There he
What I
is.
say? Watch this.
My
Watch
God.
this. Watch this.
There he is.
Towards A.
Nobody
And
move.
there it is.
Swing it,
Afro
swing
finally
it.
gets on the board. It's all it
Swing
took.
it.
Patience pays off. Cuts away Priesta, and now from there, as you called it, buddy, you do have that streak.
Is New
Obviously,
York
they would love to
fucking-
hold on to it for
I
as
mean,
long
if they
as
bottle
possible.
this, I have
yeah.
no
Use
choice
it
but
in
to
a
take
dire
flight.
situation.
Dude.
Currently, in terms of map positioning, right, you got Cammy over toward the top side, just making sure the flanks are clear. Meanwhile, for NYSL, very much so spread out.
God, dude, I'm gonna have to
The
soil
bedroom.
myself again. My
Got Kismet
stomach.
also watching that mid cut. He also could begin to wrap back around.
You gonna soil yourself? What are
Maybe
you, a
even go for a
gardener?
flank. Regardless, time continues to tick. 40
Vac.
seconds on the clock. And now
Yeah,
for
it's a vac
Minnesota,
ban.
it
The
appears that
rotation's
bomb's
clean.
Yeah,
I like this.
This
Yeah,
rotation should have happened when most
Yeah,
called
they
for it.
should've-
Not now.
Wait,
Like,
Kiz
now they're
might-
gonna know. I mean,
He's going to be the first line of
so
defense,
obvious.
potentially the last line of defense.
Oh yeah, Kismet's the only guy here.
Yeah,
For
Kiz
New
might get
York,
one for
Scott
free
is
here.
on his rotation on the
Oh,
right.
he doesn't.
See, he knows that the pressure's all out.
Bomb
Could
to
it
the
be
drop.
towards the
Oh
kitchen?
my
At
God.
least finds one to
Yeah,
get
bro.
out with his life, but Fame is instantly there for the trade. So now the bomb is getting planted. What other wall banks can New York subliners teach us in this moment? Is now in the 3v2.
Ooh.
Hydra.
Oh my
On the
God,
picture
that was
already
so
makes
slow
it a
reaction.
2v2.
Rocker gonna bottle it.
And Kismet ends up spawning
My gosh,
on
he
the
gets
Vance.
info.
Oh, we can't tag him up fully on a sliver of HP. Vance stays alive. 30 seconds.
Yes!
Oh my
Someone
God.
run, someone run.
But he also
Someone just leave.
stays alive.
Oh, he's one shot.
Hydra,
Damn.
1v1. Can he clutch it out for the
Hydra
team?
wins this.
Can he win it here? Where has Fame gone? He spotted him. Can
What
he
No! Why?
I'm done, dude.
No
Why
shot.
did anybody
bro.
run out of that fucking kitchen?
I'm
No
sorry.
shot.
I'm glad
No
that happened.
shot.
Those two
There's
names,
no
they both
shot
stayed
he
in there.
got
Get the
that
fuck
off.
out of the room.
Full sale
19 seconds.
opportunity.
You know how much time you got.
Oh my goodness, dude.
Dude, I gotta soil.
If Fame pops up right
Again,
there,
dude?
I think
What'd you eat?
Fame
I don't
was
know
one
what's
shot.
input my damn food.
Damn. Add it up. 1-1.
He's not used to that.
1-1.
I knew
It's that grilled steak.
Are you okay, Jagger? You
The
still
fuck?
Oh my God, dude, we had that shit, man.
I think Fame was one shot. I think that's why he didn't pop up.
Fame just got into a gunfight, so he wasn't instantly.
Both of them did not need to be in there after
Yes,
that.
that?
As soon as he jumped
Yeah.
out towards Freezer. But once Hydra was able to
What
win
happened?
that one-on-one versus
I was just fucking with Mark.
knew the positioning of
That he,
Fame. Saw came down, who
he
was
has to
a
go
better
take a shit
dancer
again,
in
and
that
Hector's like,
situation?
"What'd you eat?"
Who had a little bit more
And
south
Mark's like,
side
I don't know
towards
what
the
I
kitchen.
don't know what Zin gave you.
Oh, you said.
And I
yeah,
said
something
Something
I said,
healthy
"Yeah,
your body's not
body
used
not
to.
used to that.
With that fast
Fucking
Ah.
insane.
That's fucked up. We got a series though. 1-1 tied the fuck up.
in the advantage in that gunfight
Damn.
situation. Hydra's able to
God,
clutch
man.
it.
Are we gonna see 5? Are we finally gonna get our wish and see a game 5 today?
Let's hope so. Let's give away.
Yeah, it's giveaway time, ladies and gentlemen. Yep, we're gonna give away an Optic Texas PS5 Reflex. Use code 25OFF for a limited time to get $25 off a $250 purchase at scuff.co/optic. Sure. Offer ends 4/15. 25% off, or not 25% off. $25 off a $250 purchase. Keyword Optic. Keyword Optic, ladies and gentlemen, you guys are already on top of it. You guys know the vibe. Subs, double luck. Optic Nation members, double luck. Up to quadruple luck. You guys know the fucking deal. So this is where things get interesting. Oh, they learned. Oh, it's Kleenex.
Kleenex.
That's not Kleenex. That's
9
us.
years
That's
competing, top 8
that's-
or better.
Caesar.
Oh, no.
Wait, hold on. Top 8 or better in all 9 years.
Oh wait, first member to beat Complexity's Dynasty in a grand final.
Only champs appearance? It's got to be an old head.
Who? It's Apathy, I think.
Apathy's a 3-time world champ.
Yeah, you're right. They said they've only played one time? It says they've
one champ's appearance. Top 8 in 9 years competing. Who competed for 9 years and only went to champs once? That makes no sense.
Yeah, that makes 0 sense.
I think the wording has got to be fucked up. Sorry, App's a 2-time, yes.
I have no idea who it is.
Slacked? No, there's no way Slack's only been a champs once.
Excuse me.
I'm so confused. I kind of want to see that again.
Yeah, I'm not sure who I'm not sure who it is, bro. Who's been to champs once?
I mean, how do you compete for 9 years and only go to champs once? Everybody used to make champs. It makes 0 sense.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, dude, the wording's got to be fucked.
They fucked it up, bro.
Slaughtered.
They fucked it up.
What the fuck? What's wrong with y'all?
Huh? A lot. Bang, 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 bang.
I did say that Rocker was going to win 3-1. Did I not?
Is that what you said?
I did. Thank you, Riley.
It's impressive.
Oh, it's 1 grand finals at champs. Dun, 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 dun.
Dude, I'm about to shit my pants.
You too?
Yeah.
That's why I ain't healthy.
It'll be like a movie if you three are all sat next to each other. Hector, Bose, Abner.
Yeah.
Is a shit off.
What's that movie? Harold and Kumar?
Yeah.
Battleships?
Battleships.
I mean, that movie's just sick.
Dude, those two, they just don't make them like they used to.
That movie is just straight sick.
They don't make it like they used to.
Again, guys, giving away an Optic PS5 Reflex. Optic Texas PS5 Reflex.
Dude, finally I found it.
Code word Optic in that chat, folks. I'm hoping we get 5.
If you got a Twitch Prime sub sitting there, man, I'd check it out. If it's there and it's not being used, you might as well use that for some extra luck in the giveaway.
I'm gonna wait for Mark to get back.
Wait, you got poo-poos too?
Yeah.
You know what's wrong with y'all, right?
What happened? We ate healthy?
Too much fiber.
Too much fiber?
Look at those primes.
Honestly, it sounds like a good thing, though.
The food that you guys ate had a little bit too much salt in there, so all the water is being pumped into your intestines, so it doesn't dehydrate. A byproduct of that, of course, it's a slippery slope.
Sure.
It's like a water park in there.
Christ.
Zin, who do you got winning this control? Because both these teams statistically are very good at control. We got 17 and 11.
Oh, the
and
new Juvie got delivered. Let's
10.
go
New
check
York
it out.
being 17 and 11.
What's the map?
MN being 16 and 10. I think it's Hotel, right? It was triple Hotel. Hotel.
I actually don't know. I flip a coin.
3 and 4 on the side of Rocker on this map. 8 and 5 on the side of New York.
I'm taking New York then.
Taking New York statistically?
Yep.
It makes sense.
In New York.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of Hotel. Riley, if you want to get ready to run that, we got 40 seconds left. Good luck to everybody entered in the giveaway. One lucky person is going to get that PS5 Reflex scuff.
Sudsy with a 2 for 2. Welcome back. Shrimpy with a prime.
Are you sure you guys are going to be able to hold it down while I go to the bathroom?
Of course, man. I'm back. I'm rejuvenated.
Back, man?
I had a 0 sugar Pepsi. It's all I needed. Ladies and gentlemen, type Optic in the chat. You don't have much longer. OPTIC. Capital O, capital T, double luck
Riley,
for
can we
subs.
run that, please?
Double luck for Optic
2
Nation
seconds.
members. Quad luck for both.
Good
Everybody,
luck, folks.
good luck. The winner of the Optic Texas Scuff Controller is... Detective Waffle. He's a sub to me, Scumpy, and an Optic Nation Silver member.
Congrats, Waffle.
Detective Waffle.
Wait, who's that pro, though? That quadruple luck coming into effect. I'm actually curious to see who the fuck this is.
Top 8 or better in all 9 years of competing.
All right, there we go. We'll just do that for right now.
Only champs appearance and member of the first team to beat Complexity
Who the fuck is this?
It's not Killa. It's another one. It's one of those. It's Africo. Karma.
Just blurring out the image. All these stats on this player.
Karma.
Only have one chance appearance on a 1.16.
I don't know.
I am lost for words.
I actually have no idea
This
who
makes
it is.
no sense.
Oh my
Nameless,
god. It's fucking Wheeler, bro. What the hell? Oh my god.
Wait, so what?
Wait, what do you mean only champs appearance?
Dude, I gotta use the bathroom, bro.
There was one
I gotta
chance
go.
where I knocked him out the first day there.
Oh my god. That was insane. Thor with a 5-bomb. Thank you, man.
That's cap. Nameless is
Hector, what are you having for dinner tonight?
Nothing. I just ate a fucking 2 slices of pizza.
That's your dinner?
Yeah.
You gotta eat again.
I don't eat past 5 o'clock.
Really?
Dude, look at this fucking physique. You think I look like an athlete just because I don't have discipline? I'm probably gonna make.
Steve Pax Prime back in 2013.
Remember that? I remember that.
Legendary stuff. And we got to give you a little bit of props, buddy. But my word, what a series, by the way, Jay, that this has turned out to be. Minnesota win game 1. New York come back in that hotel search and destroy. Hydra wins a wild 1v1 to have ourselves all even, all square. Now flying in for a hotel control. Is there more chaos coming into this one? What's your thoughts, expectations, etc., buddy?
I think this one is going to be a tough one for Minnesota. They've only played it once with their new roster. Went all the way to round number 5 versus a Florida roster where they were able to clutch up on the defensive end. But going up against New York, this is not easy because New York are the #1 attacking team on this map. And they're also great on defense as well. So it has to be with the sling. You have to be able to shut down the pressure that New York like to put on both of these points. But so far, it's already New York with early pressure in towards Diner. First segment about to be done at A. Minnesota probably in a situation where they decided to chalk it already.
Oh, here comes Cammy for the gunfight. Not able to win that one. So NYSL, without question, have numbers right now over inside of A. Restaurant absolutely belongs to them. But this is going to be a good test to see how the remainder of this round looks for Rocker J. Because while this is a new lineup, as you called it, NYSL,
just missing.
#1 hotel attacking team versus Minnesota, who so far on the season, as we said, a new lineup. But so far on the season, they are the number 12 team, I believe, on defense. So, definitely cards stacked against them. We'll see how they look to play this, as they've got 2 minutes and 5 seconds to try and hold back. But I'm sure it's going to be a very aggressive NYSL side.
Yeah, New York with 2 minutes on the clock have a lot of time to work with to make up the play in their mind of how they want to break in towards the speed point. Skies is just taking his time towards back steps. Pushed out towards Shandy, trying to find an opening for his teammates. Kismet was actually able to slip on towards mid checkout. That's so. Hydra takes down Fame. There's only one player pushed out in towards Bet. Kismet eventually finds the second. One player is now playing for that push through back Shandy, but he's all the way out to play. Kismet already puts himself in a great position. He finds one, can't find the second. But that's already a lot of map control that New York were able to maintain off of those kills. Now you just have to gun up, be ready, because Minnesota, you have to win these gunfights, so the round is going New York's.
And it's wonderful controlled chaos established already from the New York subliners. You've got Hydra, who's trying to make sure that nobody's in their base. That's right. Vance ends up getting found out. Fame gets beamed as well. So New York, they are all good. I mean, you can pretty much send everybody onto this objective, allow for Skies to watch the cut, and this round should belong to them. We'll see if Minnesota can make any bit of a dent. There's quite a few players coming in from that mid-cut. Once more, Kismet doing great work. Fame actually takes down Vance with the trophy. But Fame at least is able to make good on it, ends up finding another, and now Kismet left by himself over at this B zone. Another 3 down. One last player is alive, and that is Afro, desperately trying to make his way in bottom bed and keep this round afloat.
Man, he drops. So now New York can get right back onto the point. You also have Hydra, who's that player working on that flank, but bad timing right there from Bance. He knew that a player was coming from that positioning, but it does not even matter as the Bulldog from the front end is able to find 3, close out the round. New York.
There you go, subliners.
Nice
there you go,
and easy.
subliners.
Yeah, that
There you go, grab
looked
these,
very well controlled. Honestly, looked like they could have maybe even won the round a little bit earlier, Jay. Like, not sure if they were just having a great time playing with their food, but it just felt like for a solid minute, they had at least 3 players stacked up in mid. Great work from Kismet on multiple occasions to just throw himself at the opposition and walk away out on top pretty much every single time. 9-3 just in one round is what Nets, as we said, the #1 attacking team here on Hotel. A lovely lovely first round. Now it's time for Minnesota's test. What will they have on the cards for us? It's going to have to be a round victory, obviously, if they want to tie when it comes down to things, but we'll see what they have for us. As it's Vance and Afro looking to try to clear things out over at the restaurant. Job done for them. Close spawns instantly granted for Rocker as well. It's about to be a stack.
Yeah, Rocker just going to clear out A. Try to extend this time by a minute. Hold down your angles just in case anyone tries to go for a flank. As Cammy reads that player flanking through kitchen. Second segment already done. New York are now put in a situation where they had to decide to chalk it, and the decision might have been made for them as Afro finds two, being super aggressive now up through Shandy's side, just trying to play his life before he does get cut down by Kismet. Skies also finds a second, so great exit kills so far from New York. Now it's all about maintaining this map control. Where is Vance? But Hydra just jumps the corner, able to take care of him, and now you have full map control.
You can just see Vance's POV just all out disgust right there of like, how do I lose that gunfight? Hydra on the other end could definitely make you quite frustrated throughout a series. Wonderful work there for him. Fame nearly shoots his teammates, but everybody's still afloat right now for Minnesota. Managing to make their way past that 50-yard line. A few have fallen in the meantime. Afro, well, he gets cut down as well. 3 fall and for another wave cleared here for subliners. Flexing that aggression.
New York just holds strong, man. They hold strong on the defensive end. They know where the pressure's coming from. Hydra tries to go for the snap onto Afro, but Afro gets the better of him in that engagement. Now it's all on the rest of New York. Can they hold strong at the bedroom side? Kids, Skies, and Hydra all combined for 3. Farthest player pushed up is Vance. But at least Vance, in his situation now, has to try to just play his life. Allow his teammates to get into the play before he decides to go for this flank. And so far, he's doing a great job of
got the
doing
new
so.
Juvian, guys.
Gunfight versus Hydra.
Yeah, last time around, as we said, he lost that fight to Hydra, and now let's see how things begin to formulate, how things begin to brew. Minnesota, a very, very talented team, especially when it comes down to the tactics. Right now, they've got a few bodies stacked around this objective. Vance, the player to look out for, ends up finding another kill. This time, it's going to be on to Priesta. Kismet eventually finds him, and now it's all on to Fame inside of the objective. He eventually drops, but the cavalry has arrived from Minnesota a tad late, but what can they do with it? They continue to stop the time, but Cammy pretty much left out by his lonesome. He will fall. That progress does move a little bit further, but the problem being for Minnesota is that they have allowed for Skies to continue to take them down again. And in the meantime of that, he has also earned a cruise missile. 40 seconds on the clock. 1 to 2 good pushes left here for Rocker.
Yeah, Rocker had to try to find an opening. Skies already earns himself that cruise missile. So just in case it gets a little bit out of hand, he can invest it to secure the round for his team. It's Minnesota able to find 2 kills. They spot out Skies as well. Great kill from Fame to take him down in that positioning. So now you have full bedroom control. And it's all about these next wave of gunfights. If you can win these, you can hop the point and potentially spawn New York all the way across the map. But Hydra cuts down 2. Hydra maintains bedroom control. And with only 10 seconds left, only 2 players from Minnesota can stop this clock.
And Minnesota can still dolphin dive on it. That is, unless, yeah, they can make it through the angle there from Priesta. He drops him instantly. And from there, it is a nice little laugh covered in from Skies. You can try all you want. You're not going to take me down. Excellent job. So far throughout this series, Jay, especially throughout games 2 and game 3 here for Skies, he is having a wonderful time right now here on the hotel.
Definitely tastes like blue raspberry.
That is now going to be 2-0 here to kick off this control. And the worrisome part for Minnesota, man, is that this felt like a mode where they should be looking pretty good on it, right? I mean, this has really been their stable mode so far throughout the season, but they are running into, as we said, one of the better control teams in the game, especially here on Hotel. We'll see if NYSL can make it, what, back-to-back attacks, I guess.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. Can New York potentially close it out here in 3? And already a great pinch set up from Skies and Hydra. They cut down the 2 players who were playing over towards that A point. They're not slowing down, though. They're only leaving 1 player on this segment. Everyone else deciding to push through Shandy's side. Hydra's just trying to play those cutoff kills. He finds one. He goes back for the Ego Chow, knowing that Fame is about to turn that corner, but he sets up Priesta to take care of that player. First segment already done. New York just all over the map right now. They're just leaving 1 player on A. They're trying to rotate over towards B.
You can tell you got 3 players who I think right now are distracted by Kismet. He tosses out a stun, goes for the fight, able to win that. Does he have another one? Yes, he does! Oh, tried to go for the heat check. A bit frustrated, but boy, has the Bulldog managed to bark up a storm in the Rocker base.
As thankfully Minnesota begin to stabilize, NYSL still have yet to go for the full capture on A, as they'll initiate 2 players to ensure that that one is done and dusted. So once again, another situation where Minnesota down in lives, 2 minutes on the clock, and they've got to hold off a very, very solid attacking side in NYSL. Thankfully, they put 3 away early, and maybe they can start to establish something special. Only player that is alive for the moment is Hydra, and we'll see what he can do in a spot like this, rocking Dead Silence, Jay.
Oh yeah, Hydra might have found the perfect timing, invest that Dead Silence. Gonna be able to get somewhat bedroom control, but he still knows that there's a couple Minnesota players who are still roaming around this side of the map. Take care of at least one. But now, where is Afro? Is Afro still staying alive towards bottom bag? You have 3 players from New York. Everyone is trying to locate where he is. Kismet eventually does drop by him. Afro finds 2. Hydra's there for the trade. Also, that Dead Silence is going to reset. But now, if you are New York, you have bedroom control. You're going to try to attack this from the front end. You have to hold strong in this position as Vance and Fame combine for 2. Now they can take back bedroom.
Good work so far here from Minnesota. As you said, they're trying to make their way into the bedroom. However, New York winning a few crucial gunfights on the other side, so the pendulum continues to swing. Kismet looks to answer there with attack. He eventually falls, so Minnesota remain strong, remain true. But NYSL with some close bonds are going to quickly make their way here in toward middle. Hydra pretty much in the playstyle that he loves. Fast-paced, aggressive. Ends up dropping. New York continue to fall in these big spots where it feels like a 1v1 goes their way, and this round could quickly look different. Time continues to tick. And now for Minnesota, can they hold off another wave and finally put a round up on the board?
And this is the final push. Kismet at least puts himself in a great position towards middle. Check out Des. He does get cut down by Cammy. And Afro finds the 2 players from New York who are trying to overextend through Shandy's side. Final 10 seconds. New York are getting some close spots towards the bedroom. But I don't even know if they have enough time to get towards the point. Minnesota are watching every single angle. Afro and Cammy combined for 2. They're eventually able to stop the clock. But Bance with the snap onto Skies is able to close out the round for Minnesota Rocker. Good work to hold strong on the defensive end this time around for 2 minutes over towards that B point and secure your first round of the map. Now down 2-1.
Wasn't easy. Maybe learning from a few of their mistakes, right? We talk so often about like in search and destroy, right? Trying to mid-round adjustments. You can say the same thing about control, right? They lose that opening attack to New York this time. Still allow for that A zone to go the opposite direction, but they hunker down. They hold on for 2 minutes. And now they've got themselves a foothold. Still a chance. Here in this control, Jay, what do you see, or rather, what do you want to see Minnesota do differently than the first time we saw them on attack?
I would have liked to see them just, it's easy to get A. It's easy to get A, but at least leave one person on this point and play for your kills. Try to transition over towards B, because New York on their defensive setup are just too strong on that side of the map. So let's leave one player here. Just be aggressive on the opposite sides. All the different angles. Just try to be the cutoff mans. So you can try to capture at least some segments over towards B, because just getting into this glitch and blender versus a team like New York, this is exactly how they want you to play.
Without a doubt, Bane snaking his heart out, trying to stay alive. Thankfully, Afro's going to be there to drop Hydra. So sweat off the brow here for the rookie. Does not have to see the French phenom, at least for a few more seconds.
Pretty good.
Afro, well, he'll fly on forward. He drops. So the scouts who are looking for information right now from Minnesota, really not saying a whole lot, right? They've just been able to look out the windows here of the restaurant, but that has pretty much been it. Not allowed to exit and pretty much forced to the respawn screen. Yeah, Thane, he eventually falls as well. A clean few down here for New York as Kismet on a run. Has to clean up
on the big
a few of those kills. Now on a 4 spree, potentially a cruise missile in the future. Here for the Bulldog, ends up making it 5. Eventually drops, but boy, are New York putting a hurt on those lives of Minnesota.
And finally, Minnesota are able to get out of Diner. Speak Kismet, already 28 and 18 in this control, taking over with that SMG. Does get killed off spawn though. Big nade from Fame. As all our pressure is going to be in towards the back end, but it sets up Hydra on the repinch. He's able to cut down 2. Now they get the information. There's only 1 player left in the back of our spawn. You take care of him. All ready to push is going to get shut down as New York find all the kills in the feed. Hit that reset button for Minnesota as they now have to push through kitchen. But here comes Priesta. He's cutting them down as well.
Oh, and Kismet could also strike here through this mid cut. As we said for Minnesota, they've had 1 chance to really get outside of the Diner. Here's their second opportunity, but already less than a minute on the clock. But they're able to find 2 in the meantime. Kismet, recognizing how valuable his life is, wants to make sure that if someone challenges through middle that he can win that fight, but he does not. So that is 3 down. Skies, in the meantime, has to bring in that streak, but a few of his teammates have already fallen. That streak does not find a single soul. And with that being the case, Minnesota now have map positioning.
Minnesota have map positioning, but do they know the positioning of Skies? As Skies is just waiting for his teammates to get back into the play, doesn't even have to shoot a bullet, as all of his teammates are able to find all the kills. Now force Minnesota to find another exit outside of the diner. 30 seconds left, 17-7 in lives remaining. Minnesota have 1 to 2 more good pushes left.
Can they make something magical happen? Can they pull off what looks right now as the impossible? Priestnut nearly goes for the turn on. Bam and Cammy combined for 2. Kismet's life once again is that much more important. Gets Afro out of the fight, so they know the remaining 3 members of Minnesota have got to be on this objective. Can they find the final 2? Vance able to win 1, but he eventually drops. Now 13 seconds on the clock. 1 player left alive. It is all on to the rookie. It's all on to Fame as he gets found out in New York.
How's school today?
Finish line. Take hotel
Pretty good.
control, and now are up in the series.
That's just good work from New York. The one attacking round that they had to get, they got it in the very first round. It was almost flawless on the attacking side, but 2 times on defense where they had to hold a 2-minute setup over towards that B site. And they do it flawlessly. Did not let Minnesota get out of diner, did not let them get out of kitchen. And every single time that they did, they were being aggressive towards back Shandy, and the players all spawned, and they just finished killing, were able to take them down on the side of New York. This is a perfect game plan, man, from New York. Just making sure that you were aggressive on the right side of the maps, making sure that you maintain bedroom side, even with Skies being the only player on that side of the map. With him being as pushed out as he was, it allowed his teammates to get that second opportunity to find that break onto B, even with Minnesota finding all the kills towards double deaths. That was just textbook control right there from one of the best control teams that we have in the game, especially on some hotel control. Now puts New York up 2-1 in the series.
Yeah, very, very impressive stat line coming in from a multitude of players, but Kismet, it feels like tops the charts, at least in my eyes, Jay. A multitude of great little situations here for NYSL, as it just felt like he was always involved in the play, always involved in helping cut away Minnesota during these big spots. I was kind of curious, man. Like, Rocker looked great when it came down to that hotel control that they played versus Florida at their home series. I know one thing that a lot of people took away, Jay, was that they managed to actually outslay Florida in those 5 rounds by 28 kills. We talk so often about this being their really first major true test now here versus New York. As we said, outslay Florida by 28. Here they get outslayed by 20 kills. So a massive, massive difference when it comes down to previous opponents. New York will have the final laugh here on Hotel as they win Game 2 and Game 3. And now, Jay, we're finally seeing something other than Hotel. I love this map, but I'll tell you what, man, I feel like we've been here for a long time.
Oh, yeah, we've been here for a long time. What was it, like 5-6 days stay? Like, what do we have? The suite? We had premium access, the best internet that they had in the entire hotel. But finally, it's time for us to check out and make our way over to some Mercado Las Almas for the Game 4 hardpoint. Yeah, this one's going to be fun, man. For Minnesota, they haven't really played it a lot. They have an overall record of 2-1. They played it once with their new roster, and they were able to beat LAG pretty easily, almost by 120 points in that situation. But versus a team like New York, who are middle of the pack when you talk about this hard point as of recent, it's either they're getting flawless breaks and they are struggling in their holds, or they're winning their rotations and their setups are not the best. So on a map like Mercado, we saw Minnesota, at least in that map number 1, win a majority of those rotations, set up properly to get some good time. And going up against a team like New York, this is a map where you have to do that same exact thing to potentially force that Game 5.
Yeah, and it's going to be a tall task, right, for the Rocker to not just have to beat NYSL in 1 hard point, but to have to beat this team on 2 hard points. As you said, one of the best respawn teams in the game, and now you're going to have to take them down here on Mercado. Interesting stat, man. I was actually looking through some of the numbers for the highest KDs. In this lobby right now, 4 out of the 5 players that we have in this lobby actually represent some of the top 5 KDs that we have on Mercado Hardpoint. So 4 out of the 5 are actually in this lobby right now. Alpha number 2, Bance number 3,
Priesta 4, Skies 5, and oh yeah, Hydra just happens to be number 7. So it is definitely going to be an interesting stat line at the end of this game to see who comes out on top, because so far throughout this year, both teams have been maybe winning the games the majority of the time, but a lot of their success, I guess, has come from the slaying side of things.
Yeah, for Minnesota, small sample size. The fact that he got a couple players in the top KD on this map with only a 2-1 record, that's expected to happen. But that for New York, who have played this map 7 times, the reason why their stats are a little bit more padded is because they had the ability to play the Gorillas on this map, not once, but twice. First time, it was a 100-point game. The second time, it was almost a 200-point game. So everybody's stats are going to be up in the air for both of these squads. So they know what it's about. When you're putting yourself in the better position, you're able to find the easier kills. And this is a guy who was doing it all throughout map 1. Cammy, 30 and 18, 3-3-3-3 all across that damage with a minute and 25 seconds in Hill. Man AR from Minnesota came to play in that map number 1. And then on the opposite side for Priesta, in that Atlanta FaZe series, he dominated. But so far in this series, not the best. Point 4 in that map number 1. Priesta is a guy that can definitely turn it around in the blink of an eye, and he has the ability to do it for his team here in this map 4 to close out the series.
Yeah, 2 great players to point out coming into game number 4 here on Mercado. Potentially the final map of this series. All of that relies upon how Minnesota can play this. And it feels like Cammy is an appropriate player to discuss as we jump into this opening hard point. Jay put up 30 and 18. We saw a minute and a half inside of the Hill. He was absolutely on one. And statistically, as we said, Bance and Afro, they've been the dynamic duo with the SMGs here on Mercado. If they have Cammy playing at any of a similar level as he did in the opening hardpoint, Minnesota could be in a great position.
Well, it's not going to be easy, though, because they're going against a subliner team who are the #1 breaking team on this map. And they already showed it. Relative pressure over towards P1. They're maintaining green side as well. Those 2 kills can now hit the go button for Minnesota Rocker to be aggressive, shoot really quick through tunnel, but they decided to take that long route through Barber. New York, they get those close spawns. They should be set up for pre-2.
Guys, great nade there onto Bance. So currently at 3 versus 3. NY actually going to have someone in player 4. So Hydra's going to spawn out, and with that, he also is going to find pretty much some freebies through the middle tunnel. Gives that call out to Skies, and well, he will fire upon them. Excellent work here so far from New York as Minnesota begin their prowl, begin to make their presence felt. Now toward the bottom side. Skies, quick turn. Oh my God, get some assistance. 1 HP and a dream right now for Caesar, but thankfully his teammates are doing everything right now for him. Flies out and falls. As now it is a 1v1 basically for 20 seconds. Kismet says, give me that one. And now off the roto, it is Priesta left to try and defend himself versus pretty much everybody here on Rocker. An excellent beginning here for NYSL as they look to bring in the cruise missile to help things out on this rotation.
No, they get the cruise missile, but with Priesta dropping, he was probably trying to invest that for that situation. Try to assist Priesta in staying alive off the rotation, but now it's going to be Minnesota. Fully set up in towards 10. All pressure from New York, coming from dark, coming from back alley. Does anyone decide to hit the hop up through top windows? Looks like it's not going to be the case as Cammy's just gunning them down with that TAC 56, holding the Hecklet strong. Hydra tries to fly on in. He eventually gets cut down. And the first push, already great for Minnesota. 30 uncontested seconds for them to get back into this game.
Yeah, that's just really what you want to see Cammy do, right? When it comes down to this hard point. As we said, the guy to look out for, you just want to see him be stable, pretty much lock things down when he needs to. Another crucial gunfight victory there as he eventually does fall, but you can see what those trades do. A wonderful hold there for Rocker as they are able to avoid the streak and just like that, get right back in this game. As now we make the rotation over toward Barbershop. It is going to be NYSL with preferred spawns and right now with bodies. We'll see if Rocker can put in the bullets though and make this a successful break. Bance looking to lead the charge. Dead silence out, and he gets eviscerated.
He gets cut down. New York win the rotation over towards Barber. Minnesota have gotten themselves right back into this hard point. Only down by 11 points. Have full back alley control. You also have Fame working on that deep pinch through blue. So he's the guy that you just simply want to try to play your life so you can influence the spawn for your teammates, but none of your teammates are able to pick up any kills. At least you do get the close spawn over towards that blue side. So the pitch is already going to be abound as Afro's working his way up back alley. This has been 30 uncontested seconds on the side of New York. They're still holding strong. Now it all falls into the hands of Kismet. He finds himself on another 6-free. That's 2 cruise misses he was able to earn so far.
We're only a few hard points in. This guy already has 2 cruise missiles to speak of. Almost at that 100-point mark. NYSL flirting right now with the century. But now they've got that rotation as we get ready to fly in toward 10. Things stall out for a moment. Hard to avoid that scoreline right now from Kismet. Now at 18-5.
Damn, subliners.
The snap of a finger drops half of that Rocker lineup and now leaves them with their head spinning. Afro waiting for a few members to come off the spawn, and so now there is a chance for Minnesota to make something happen. Afro makes his presence felt. Bance and Fame, they end up finding their kills as well. And sweat off the brow for Rocker. Thankfully, you have got Kismet away from this objective for the moment, but Sky still remains. Found out as well. Afro leads the charge as Rocker break inside.
That's a great break. They've put a lot of pressure over towards that garage side. No one from New York was watching that angle. It was Kismet, but he turns around and picks up mid. In Minnesota, they were able to find the opening to basically put us at a tie score line. Great hold over towards the 10 2 times around now for the Rocker. Now they have to find a break over towards Cantina. This time it's going to be in the second story. You have Skies playing towards the top balk. We've seen Cammy and Fame use this angle a majority of their matches last week. But Priesta, he's able to find 2. Skies eventually finds the 3rd. Hydra with the last. They hold the first push. Now they know exactly where Minnesota are trying to break from.
Oh, and Hydra does actually fall. So that is one, I guess you could say, wave of defense eventually cleared. We'll see what Minnesota can do after that, and it does not look like a whole lot. Cammy at least finds 2. Regardless of it, New York are still racking up the seconds after what has been a very tightly contested, very fast-paced hardpoint. Right now it is New York just barely able to hold their head above water. A slim advantage, but it continues to grow. Minnesota going to give this one last good push as the rotations are going to be huge. Cammy ends up winning that. Mark that up as another massive gunfight there for Cammy. And right now his positioning is going to mean everything, considering the lead that New York now has.
Oh, and big 2Bs coming in from Bance. The only player holding down this angle from back Barber Alley. There's another one on him. He's just playing his life beautifully. He's forcing Skies to overextend in this gunfight. Kismet is going to invest that cruise, trying to play for some information.
As the cruise will strike, it's information at the very least. An all-out headbutt right now in the parking lot. A 30-point game as Minnesota trying to bring it back. NYSL, a break here would mean everything. Let's step aside in a crucial moment and go to Enlisted with NYSL.
Go bike. Pushing out. One shot dead. Nice, good shit, bro. We can fight ult. Default dead. Nice, I need ult. I don't see him deep right. Go deep long. Deep long, guys. Deep long, I'm pushing him out. Nice, they spawned 10. RV dead. No one long, right? Are you gone? I'm pushing you long. There's gonna be lockers in 2 seconds. Right side. Stay down, Prince, ahead of you. One shot, he's absolute, bro. Mid and behind the RV. Mid. He's in front side RV. Yeah, on your side RV. On your kids. So other guys lockers dead.
Damn, right him.
Close before me. Close before me, he's laying down. Someone take your time. Yeah. Spawn out, block. One shot. You don't have to get time first. Yeah, get up. Shot dead. Nice. One was made, guys. I'm on PT. I'm trying to go RV. I'm starting to go RV. They're gonna spawn 10. One spawn 10, okay, guys? I'm on shot. Yeah, I'm half on me. He told me. P4 dead. P4 Bance. He's P4 truck. P4 truck. Go in the mid. P4 truck. I need your mid cut. I'm going PT. Mid cut. He's gonna go dark. Watch your dark. Dark right now. Dark right now. He's deep banana. Banana dead. Nice. Dark help. Dark is dead. Alright, come look on Mika. Watch out after Mika Bance. Left side, he's laying down. I'll play soft whenever I'm on hill, okay? Or when I spawn up. I'm playing you. Yellow van done. More yellow van. Pissed off. Banana. One more. Deep banana. He's absolute banana. Get some this time, we're good. He's staying alive. Oh no, he's Taco. I'm backing up. He's Taco going out. He's going headshot. Headshot. I have headshot. Yeah, hold on tunnel. Watch tunnel. Yeah, we have a hit. You're good. Go deep. Mid, one shot. Play tight, guys. Short. I'm playing then. Nothing hedge.
A great little check-in there with the subliner. Some hype mixed in with some overall focused comms. As now we get ready for Cantina once more. A hard point that absolutely has the ability to turn the tide of what this series could look like.
Right now, it is New York who has got the control. One player toward the top left is Cammy. He gets found out, and from there, Minnesota began to scramble. New York have reached that double century mark, Jay, and it feels like for Minnesota, things have got to go their way now, and thankfully they do. They find 3, they find 4.
That's a big break right there from the Rocker. You cannot give up a full 60 hold over towards Cantina. As they get the break with about 30 seconds left, so the final 30 is going to be theirs. Still a back and 4 hard point, but it's all about this rotation over towards Sin. It was Minnesota Rocker. We were able to hold it for a full 60 last time around with only one player from New York in this position, but this time it's all the players from the subliners set up for the push, knowing where the pressure is coming from. 45 seconds away from calling series. Minnesota gonna put a lot of pressure out through the big door. They're also trying to take mid-court yard as well. They're just trying to find their angle.
Trying to organize the troops. Hydra tosses out a nade. Able to make it land. Can he hold true for 2?
Hydra.
True for 3. Yes, he does. Wonderful work coming in from the French phenom. Last man alive is going to be Bance. Pretty much sniffed out. Can Bance stay alive? Can he find a lane? In the meantime, right now for New York, they are locking down the seconds yet to really meet any bit of adversity. A current 2v2, but now Skies begins to answer. 3 now for Caesar, and 10 points away for New York. Calling game.
Damn.
Can anybody from Rocker get here in time? It's going to have to be a Dolphin Dive. It's going to have to be a Hail Mary, and that is game. NYSL.
Damn.
Take it here on Mercado.
Damn, subliners.
The final 3 minutes.
Damn, subliners.
New York subliners just came out with the better game plan in this map. Number 1, they started off great by chaining that P1 to the B2. I feel like the right side of the map all throughout that hard point was all New York. The P2s, the P6s, subliners able to find a lot of success there. On the opposite side of the map towards the 10s, towards the mid-courtyard, that's usually where Minnesota were able to get themselves back into the game. But with New York having such a great hold at that P2 hard point, you get it for the first 30 seconds. You know Minnesota
always playing consistently well, so it's not even surprising at this point. But yeah, Hydra, of course, plays well again.
Yeah.
I want to shout out Cammy because I think Cammy had an insane series.
Yeah, he played well.
It was nice to see Cammy sort of play like, I mean, like a top player.
Yeah, Cammy started he was looking good that series.
Yeah.
He had a great first map, a good second, a good hard point. He was struggling a little bit in the search, but signs of the old Cammy in that series that we just saw.
The glimpses of greatness, but no cigar.
Correct. Highlight Fame. Actually, what did Fame drop in that series?
I'm gonna see what Christina's up to. I'm gonna be right back.
I'm sure the chat's got it. Way more, you know, they're on their PCs. It's a lot easier.
Thank you, Jay.
I didn't really realize Fame was frying like that.
Kismet has been on an absolute different level right now.
Oh yeah, Kismet's is playing lights out. Hydra, he's gonna do what he does. But Skies, he's a guy who just, when he holds down his lane, he holds it down to perfection, man.
All right, chat's just trolling. It's all good.
Start to finish. Like I said, they end
it's all right.
Well, they're in this stage sitting at 2-0, and you gotta be feeling wonderful.
Fame had a .92. I mean, that's not really anything crazy.
Not terrible.
Not terrible. Not obviously
terrible series from Afro. Yeah, Afro. Listen. It's been a long time since we've seen Afro and Bance sort of collectively play well. Usually it's one or the other. And honestly, I think Afro's been their weakest link.
Major 2 is the last.
As of late.
Major 2 was the last time they were both in cohesion together.
Yeah.
And they got top 3 at that event. Since then, it's just been not great. But they're still 2-1. Let's not forget that. They're still 2-1 in this. They didn't look horrible in that series.
Rocker don't look bad. New York just look better.
New York looks better. New York beat FaZe, now beat Rocker. We play New York tomorrow, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think he had
play New York tomorrow and then Thieves on Sunday. So we'll see. We'll see how New York looks against the boys, because the boys are looking fucking scary right now.
So scary.
They're looking scary.
New York. Concrete jungles where dreams are made.
Fuck was that, dude? That sounded amazing.
Sounded good?
Yeah.
Great gas. See, I'm fired up. Let's go to a karaoke bar.
Yeah, I mean, he was frying. He took that
I'm in the corner.
Just way too much to deal with for Minnesota Rocker. on that
Whoa.
hotel control. We get into this Mercado hardpoint. You think there's some opportunity because, like,
Listen,
back and
I'm
forth,
not
those
trolling
money
here.
bills back
That was
over the
fucking
game,
incredible.
just going crazy about it. But then there's that small window of opportunity. You get to that
You
last
you might
rotation,
have a
and
backup
what
career,
happens, we
dude.
see
You're
New
either
York,
trolling
they
or
just
you're
have a goal
wrecked.
in mind. They
What's
rotate
next
it
match?
over
Those
to
are the
3 and
matches
get
for
control,
the
and they actually get, like,
evening,
30
folks.
seconds off of P1 simultaneously while maintaining that spawn and racking up points.
Tomorrow we'll have 4 matches.
Well. So New York just striking when they had the opportunity.
Saturday is a day for the boys.
On both sides.
Saturdays for the boys.
Saturdays for the arts.
Does Izzy fight tomorrow? Tomorrow I think we got Adesanya fighting. Am I correct? Izzy? Style Bender?
The style bender.
We're watching that fight.
What fight?
We're gonna get you in the UFC, man. Style Bender, big fight tomorrow night. We're gonna watch UFC Embedded first, which is like the documentary series they do. So like to get you kind of like locked into it. Hear the storyline. Then we're gonna watch Style Bender fight.
What if I wore my hat like this from
Look how fucking dumb he looks.
How long is the documentary?
I think it's probably like 40 minutes.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
I thought it was like a whole ass series. If it's just 40 minutes, I just can't get into that shit.
What you say, Izzy?
Well, we're gonna get you into it, man.
You reckon?
Look at this
Yeah.
series, though. What was the most impressive map from the subliners?
Most impressive map from the Sunliners? I mean, you have
Yeah,
to
every
say
time
it
you
was
say
a search
Izzy,
and
I'm like,
destroy,
what the
but
fuck?
Just because there's a
Oh.
little
Yeah,
three
every
games
time.
in a
Did
row,
you said it the
almost
first time? And I was like,
every
wait,
single
what?
day, Map number 3 hotel was a really dominant control out of them. Minnesota Rocker and that search and destroy, I thought maybe they were gonna do it, but
Who we got for the interview?
If I'm Minnesota,
My guess is Kismet.
Kismet.
dominant at Expo because you're
That
9-0
bull?
on a CeeLo. Nobody wants to take you there. So if that map gets removed, it's like, well, do we really want to play hotel? A lot of teams' strong suit is hotel control. So I would go back to drawing board, try to play some Expo.
Oh, I hear the band outside.
It seems like a map they could be pretty good at too.
Coach Looney might be taking notes. Your name was.
Yeah, I'm surprised the stream can't hear him today. The Mavs usually like we can't hear the band. You know what I'm saying?
Who's usually Dallas Stars?
The Stars is when they bring out the fucking
band and
boom
shit.
box and yeah, they bring out the bass and holy shit. The Mavs, they don't do that shit.
We had a play from Cammy earlier that I thought was naughty, but this is the naughtiest, right? Fame versus Hydra, the wing battle, and you just don't beat Hydra in a 1v1
Love this stream, man. We love you, man.
Yeah, thank you guys for hanging out with us. We hope you guys had a great time here in the watch party today. We're gonna have an interview, some closing thoughts, and then we'll be moving on for the day.
Don't forget, Rich and Lonely X Scump is now live. Let's spam that link in the chat.
Sure.
richandlonely.shop. Use code
Here we
hash.
go. We
Here
got
it is,
Kiz for
Kiz.
that interview.
Drop the 30 in game 3. First of all, can we just start with the map selection? How comfortable were you when you saw that hotel was your first 3 maps in the series?
Pretty comfortable. I mean, we predicted this series pretty good. The only one that we thought might have been different was the control. We were ready to play Expo because we know they're like strong suited to CeeLo, so we just vetoed that. And we were thinking they were going to veto hotel, but they didn't. So I mean, overall, like confident in those maps. We love hotel. We love. I don't know. I mean, right now we're pretty hard to veto against. We're feeling really confident on almost every map. So.
You looked very confident in most of these gunfights, charging in first. You were having a lot of success as well. Did you do any extra preparation? Because you had 2 matches to look over VOD from Minnesota.
I mean, same preparation. We're just, I don't know. I mean, we're just trying to figure out teams' tendencies and trying to exploit them the best because we know how good we are. And like, I don't know, we're playing to our strong suits and trying to figure out what teams are like, you know, where, you know, holes are in their setup or this or that. So nothing like crazy, but just the norm.
Kismet, the last time we talked to you, I know that you really wanted to work on the fact that you guys wanted to elude dominance to the rest of the league. And, you know, unfortunately, there was a little bit of a dip in performance, and I wanted to know what that conversation was like with yourself moving forward. Again, you got that big win against Atlanta. Now, should we expect a continuance of greatness from you guys from here on forward?
I mean, 100%. We put in so many hours in the game, like during scrims and outside of the game, before scrims, after scrims. So our goal is just fine tuning the small things. You know what I mean? Like we have some of the craziest talent on our team. So if we just get consistent on like the small things and the fundamentals, like we will be dominant.
Kismet, talk to me a little bit about the search and destroy improvements, because you know throughout this year you guys
smart
have been
with
a
the
little bit
glasses.
up and down after Major 1. It was hard to hone in on exactly what your guys' problem was. At first it was search, then the hard points were a little bit up and down. So now it seems like the search is on point. What have you guys been working on there?
To be completely honest, without giving like too many like small minuscule things away, it's just like we took the reins off of us. Like we were playing so scared to like get information or map control, and we got to the point where we're like, bro, like just play breakoffs almost like it's hard point. Like don't be afraid to like get map control because teams are nervous, you know, especially against a team like us. Like we're good, so they're not gonna like You know what I mean? Like they're gonna shoulder stuff. They might get a bad timing. So like if we just use me and Paco to our like, I don't know, like being annoying, being that thorn, it allows Caesar and Preston to just be gross. And I mean, I think it showed today for the most part. Caesar fried, so.
Me and Paco, we be annoying, and then we let the other two be gross. I like this New York combo, Kiz. It works. Congratulations on the win tonight. We'll let you go celebrate with the squad.
Appreciate it, guys.
All right, thanks, guys.
Yeah, so I wanted to say, Kiz said that they were playing scared, and during Major 1, when New York was obviously way more dominant, they would take space on the map way, way, way better than pretty much any team in the league. So if they get back to that point where they're taking space off of their kills and just being a nuisance throughout the hard points, then New York's nasty, man. We've seen their ceiling, and you know they just got to get back to it. So he's saying they're trying to play less scared, getting their cheeks, take space on the map, and that's when they're at their best, when Kiz and Hydra are flying. So yeah, any closing thoughts for the day, guys?
It was a pretty good day. I mean,
I thought it was an excellent
some
day.
good matches.
It was a good day of matches. A little bit of a snooze fest
Yeah.
at certain points, but overall, pretty solid day. Pretty much every single result that we had was to be expected. We see New York win. We see Florida lose. We see London lose. Those teams are just struggling, and the better teams just came out on top today. Boston and Seattle handle business and get their 10 CDL points as well as their $10,000 for the money matches.
Big money.
I just want to shout out Rich and Lonely one more time, Riley. If you could pull up the website, richandlonely.shop. We got some merch for you guys. It's going to be up all weekend long, so if you do want to pick something up, you don't have to rush to do it. But thank you to everybody that is picking something up from the store. Make sure you tweet us if you are, so we can show you guys love. So thank you guys very, very much for everything. I mean, the
fire drop.
Yeah, the drop's been amazing so far. It's one of my favorites, and yeah, appreciate the love. Yo, Nutra, thank you for the 5. But that's going to do it from us today, folks. I hope you guys had a great time in the stream.
Yes, sir.
We'll be live again tomorrow, 1:25 probably, maybe a little bit earlier tomorrow because we do have 4 matches, and we do like to go over and do our predictions and such. So thank you guys so much. Y'all have a great rest of your fucking nights, and we'll catch you guys next time. And as always,
Peace out, stream. Appreciate you guys.
Good night, guys.
Much love.
Celebrate the start of the weekend with your Alexa routine. Hope you have a good one.
All right, y'all, we're taking off. Peace.